And live. Sorry everybody, sorry everyone. I know I'm late. T's not here. She had to go to the DMV and go shopping, and I had to feed baby oatmeal and had to put baby down, and it's so hard when mommy has to leave. Things just don't work right. T, if you're watching in the car with your phone, like, or listening rather, I love you, honey. Okay. Let me tweet out. But baby just went down for nappy time, so she should be out for an hour at least. Give me a good hour. And we got the tweets. Stuff got tweeted out. Let's what happened last night? I mean, nothing really happened. I was working on it all day. Like, I've been working on it since Friday night or Friday. And I'm stuck on the same damn problem. It's the same thing. If you go to the Discord, link in the description below, and go to MZMMO coding, you could just follow. You can follow everything that happened. You can see everything. It's all there. Let me get a link to people's real quick. Hold up. Did it do the thumbnail? It did. Sweet. All right, publish. I can see everything. Who's here? Who's in the chat? Oh my God, Corey's dropping money already. Corey Davis, thank you so much. Corey with a $5 super chat saying, I think they're busy. $5 super chat again from Corey saying, sup, Vazul, and what happened last night? Same thing that was happened since Friday. Like, I've been trying to make this system work. And, you know, while I'm able to do a lot of things so far, there's been a lot of success. And I'm learning every day. There's a lot of failure. Yeah, I know I'm late, Waffles. Waffles is here. DVD's here. How you doing, Vaseline? Last time I was here this early, I still had a working right arm. Bruh. Feels bad, man. How are you healing, Waffles? How's the arm doing? I know I'm late. It's alright, though. It's gonna be okay. Is it technically wrong to like a live stream before it starts? I mean, I don't know. You do you, you know? Maybe Drifty watches us to see what happens. I mean, only for a second when I sit down and I'm like, okay, that's the time that is not supposed to be the right time, but it is the right time, and it's not the time that works for me. But, like, yeah, I've been working on the MZMMO code for, you know, well, since I started it, like, months ago. In, like, the first version where I was like, I have an idea, I want to make it with Discord, and that we made some progress with that, but you know, we hit the wall with it. Yeah, T is shopping and she had to go to the DMV. We're taking one of the daughter's cars off because she's not even driving it, and so why pay all the extra money? We get the plates, and then she didn't drive it, and then we have to return the plates, and blah 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 blah. It just needs to be done so that we don't pay an extra $400 for no reason this time. And T is awesome for doing all that, so I don't have to drive to the DMV because nobody wants to do that. Yeah, give me the car. No, well, it's still her car. It's just not insured, and the plates and the registration are being taken off, at least for now, until she decides she wants to use the thing that's given. Whatever. Yes, today I scheduled a first impression for next week. So Life is Cancer's first impression is scheduled for January 26th, everybody. So we'll have a first impression coming on that Tuesday, a week from today. Mad chats, you missed already? Had a whole convo. Give me the car. No tea today, yeah. She might show up towards the end. It depends on how long baby sleeps. All right. But the good thing is I have another microphone that I can mess with because this T's not using it.
Now I will use this microphone the entire episode, and it will just be like this the whole time.
Just kidding. I won't do that. All right.
How's it going?
I did record something really quick when I sat down.
How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join us on Discord, follow us on Twitter, and all the good things. Have a good day, please.
Yes, have a good day, please. So where is the project now? It's the same thing that was like I was all hyped for like at the end of, well, it was technically Saturday morning, but it was like Friday night when we were going to bed. This is Cyberbaron. Cyberbaron's doing well. Not really doing much, but doing well. I was trying a bunch of different stuff. I've rewritten the system to draw other players so many times, and I keep hitting the same part. I keep hitting the same thing. New account here. Drifty, like 100 or whatever. I don't know. It'll draw like one character. I don't know if it's going to crash at this point because I've changed so much. It draws one character, you know, and it follows. The tracker will follow. And sometimes the plugin will let you do 2 events. You see the robot for another player. But if you tell it to draw more than 2, it doesn't work and at once. And sometimes it doesn't even do 2. It'll just do 1. Right? So it does that. And then if another player joins, guess what happens? They both fight over this one event. The plugin spawns at event 1000, and we've tried. Tony had a good idea. He's like, well, why don't you change the event ID? And then I redesigned it, and I was like, okay, well, we're gonna make it so that when it spawns, there's a counter on the server, which, you know, I tried it first. But the problem is, even if you change the ID, it doesn't actually like switch the event. And if you try to change the ID of an event that doesn't exist, well, it crashes. So when it spawns an event, it makes the event event number 1000, right? And that's good and all, whatever, that's fine, who cares? But then if another client joins, their client is going to try to draw event 1000. Like, it doesn't remember. But we've also, okay, I know what you're going to say. Like, okay, well, why don't you just tell it it's going to be at event 1001? Okay, well, it doesn't matter because the plugin is going to draw event 1000 on their client, even if event 1000 has already been drawn on your client. And then, so then you have multiple people all fighting over the same follower event. Right, and if you say, okay, well, make it 1001, well, you can't set any, you can't change the data of an event that doesn't exist. And then you're like, okay, we'll just have it make event 1000 and then 1001. Well, at some point, and I did that too. I was like, well, I don't care, we'll try that. But at some point, there's a fundamental flaw with that as well. You're going to have so many people on one map, you know, like even 5 or 6, because I thought it would start failing at 5 or 6. It starts failing at 3 because sometimes it draws 2 and sometimes it only draws 1, but it never draws 3 at once. So if you have 3 people on the map, then someone's going to crash, or you'll be fighting over. It just won't show them. It just won't show them at all because it won't draw that event. So I'm thinking today I kind of need to start to think about not using the plugin command that generates the event. Like, I have to make a, darn it, I need a thing. Hold on. I had Lily and she's grabbing stuff, and there we go. Anyway, let me read some chat. Waffles is trying to finish his game by March 12th. It's your wife's birthday today. Happy birthday, Waffles' wife. Happy birthday. I hope you are enjoying the years of your youth. Don't tell me what age you are. You're still young and beautiful, and that's a thing that you should always remember, that you will be young and beautiful to Waffles forever. Right, Waffles? Happy birthday. I hope you regenerate soon, says Life is Cancer. Hey, Wrath of Wood, how you doing? What are those after images? This is what the other players will see on the map. You see the event that's following me is like they won't actually see me. They're gonna see other players on the map would see this guy. And so like if I'll be sitting here and another person would come in, I would just see an after image of them plopping around. Blah, 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 blah. $5 super chat from Corey Davis asking Waffles, how old is she? Corey, you're not supposed to ask a woman her age. That's the thing. But thank you for the $5. Appreciate it, man. Codesplain for the win. Sir Legna says, personally, I still say let the clients manage the events and the server just have an ID on the data it's sending. I mean, okay, but like, how do you make that into a system? Like, this is why I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to show this anymore. I want to do something different. I don't want to show this because everyone is always telling me like, you know, you make a counter and then they do the counter and then the counter is like, you know, you just have the, like, it's easy to say, but when you look at all of the things that get in the way of making it work, it's more complicated than you think. Are the players passable so they can overlap each other? Yeah, I mean, they're just copies of an event that's set to through. They're copies of this little robot event. I'll show you in the game. Boom, boom. It's just a blank event, and it's got stepping and through on. That's it, and it's generating that. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. He goes, nah, son, you can ask a question. If you don't, you won't never know the answer. I guess that's one way to put it. Yeah. I say 47, but she's only 29. I'm 28 in March. 47? That's savage, bro. Why would you say that? She's going to kill you. I guess you have a point. Corey Davis with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that. He goes, Waffles, for some reason, I thought you were like 90 or something. Why, you think he's got osteoporosis? He's breaking his limbs. He got out of the car. He was in a car accident. He opened the door and broke his arm. Savage, man. What's up, Chainer? How you doing? How are you doing today? What's on your list of things that you're doing, Chainer? Wolf Emblem Studios, yo, what's up? What's up? Skepsis D, I see you. Without T, this becomes pay to chat stream. Oh my gosh. We all suffer. We all suffer. Right. So, I mean, that's it. If another person enters, what happens is we fight over the same event 1000. And I can't make it any different. I've tried, trust me, 7 or 8 different times. I want to show you some code now. Look over here. On this clipboard is stuff that I've removed from the plugins and the server code. Everything over here. I'm going to scroll down. This is all stuff that I've typed up and tried inside the engine. Just different stuff that I've at one point had inside the code and either took it out to refactor or took it out because it was unnecessary or took it out because it was, you know, a system that didn't work. It's still going. I'm scrolling all of this code. I've tried all this stuff. I put it in and took it out. Giggity. Still going. It's a lot of code. Almost 1,000 lines of code. I mean, there's some spaces in here, but 900 plus lines of code that have gone into the plugins and removed because of reasons. Right now, the client plugin is like 400 something lines. The model file is about 400 something lines. The server code is a little bit less. It's like 200 something lines. But I think, oh my gosh, what I'm going to try to do is remove the whole doing a plugin command and generating an event. I mean, I could just make events on there and then have them follow a player. Like assign event, a switch, and then if the switch is, or assign the events a variable and make it follow the player if it matches a variable. Corey Davis with another $5 super chat. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. He says, can it work if you use common events like my turrets? Well, I mean, not really. It's not any different. If I script call this or common event it, it's the same, except if I script call it, I can do more because I can plug in numbers that are variables, and then sometimes, even though like right here I'm saying y location and you can set this as a variable, sometimes plugins don't take variables inside the plugin command, like if you did it in a common event. And then you could of course call a common event like at the bottom of the load somewhere. Where is it at? I call a common event. I think I commented it out because I didn't need that to happen. Where's that at? I went through and I like removed all the commented out stuff. So that might have happened. Here's load game. Oh no, it's right there. Game temp reserve common event. This is how you call a common event from a script call. $ game temp dot reserve common event. You just put the number of the common event you want. So at one point I was, on the load calling a common event, and it works. You can do that, but like it won't change the outcome of generating the event to follow the player. Because I thought like, okay, what would be one of the most impressive things that you can do in the engine, right? You want to see. You're making an MMO. What needs to be a thing for people to accept it as an MMO? You want to see other players, right? You want to be able to see other people walking around on the maps, and then you can, trade with them and do stuff like that. So that was the thing I've been working on since Friday, and I keep rewriting it, and I get to this point. I've got to this point several times, and I've tried for loops, and I've tried do while loops for like the logic behind it. The way it's working right now is the server is, it's setting an order, and it's so that even though that they're supposed to, the plugin creates event 1,000, we need to say to the plugin, okay, keep creating events until it creates the number that this person got. But that doesn't work. Fundamentally, that's flawed. And when they create a new game or when they load, when they log in, it will do this. It'll send a unique event number and setting it to the server's number, and then increment that for the next player, essentially giving everybody a unique number for their follower. And then on the client side, when they receive it, it runs this. When they enter the map, it does a plugin command. This one calls the follower event. Console log just puts stuff on the console so I can see what's happening. And then I got a do while, and the do while loop is saying, if my unique number is greater than the last spawn event ID, then I want you to create another event so that this number catches up to my unique number. Ultimately, they have to be the same or the client crashes. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, that can go one way, and it can't make it equals because then it won't meet the conditions and won't make the last thing be like 999 and 1,000 or 1,000 and 1,001. So I'm like, okay, I need another do while. So if my unique number is less than the last spawned event ID, then increase it. And then we run a thing right here saying if my unique event number is equal to the last spawned event, then I know that this number is the same as the event. And then I'm saying, okay, event that is this number that I know exists, because remember, if you do this command and that event does not exist, it crashes. Then we can set the image of that to make it look like the player, whatever they picked, and set the positions to where they're at. And then what we have is a tracker that runs on the engine. Come on. Why isn't it popping up at the bottom? So dumb. A little player tracker that anytime switch number 2 is on, it's going to set the X, Y, and map location of the character and emit to the server a signal that passes the name of the character, the X, Y, and map location of that, and then waits 10 frames and turns itself off. And then when they're walking, I hijacked the player moving function and overrode it in the plugin, which I can show you as well. Somewhere. Here it is. Simply, I overrode it by just adding something to it. Turn on the player tracker when you're moving. So if the player is walking, then turn on switch 2. And then the switch 2 has a parallel process that runs, and it tracks the data, emits it to the server. So with the combination of those things, whenever a player moves, all other clients will know that that player moved, because it sends to the server and the server sends the data back to anyone. And I'm using namespaces on the server through Socket.io to say that each map is its own namespace, because if you're like in the jungle or the forest or desert or whatever, you're off fighting, right? You don't need to know what XY map location another player is in the tavern. You don't need to know that they moved down a few steps if you're off fighting a creature in another area. So it didn't make sense to send that data to each client. So I used namespaces to determine that only people on that map need to know if the character has moved. Sir Legna says, on the server you have a list of players with their current X and Y and a unique identifier, right? Hold on, $5 super chat from Waffles. Thank you, Big Daddy Waffles. Whatever you just said hurt my head. Need some Henry to fix that. Enjoy the stream, y'all. When Vino comes, everyone, hashtag Vino is noob, and I'll send Discord boost to you. Savage, man. Sir Ligna, thank you for the $5 Waffles. Sir Ligna says, on the server you have a list of players with their current X and Y and unique identifier. No, I don't have a list of players with that. What happens is when a player moves, the server temporarily, while that function is running, knows right here on the tracker. So for this frame, it will know which player moved, and then it will tell all the other clients that this player moved. And when they enter the map, it gets their character name, XY location, map location, the sprite that they use, and the index of that sprite that they're using, but only for that frame. It only knows it for that frame. So I can't just be like, remember that one character, he was this ID. No, that stuff isn't stored globally. And even if I did, it would overwrite each other. And if I didn't, then I would need a global for each person who would possibly be playing, and that. You know what I'm saying? So short answer, no. I don't have a list of players with their current on the server. It doesn't like grab their data and store it. It grabs the data and it spits it back out at all the clients. It's like, hey, right now this player's over there. This player's over there. This player's over there. He's over there. This player moved down. This player moved right. And he's not writing it down. The server's not writing it down. The server is just spitting it back at the clients. Does that make sense? He's basically an auctioneer. That's what's happening. Player left, player left, player left. Player moved up, player moved up, player moved down, moved down, moved down. He moved down, moved down. He moved to the right, he moved to the right, he moved to the right. We got a player on the right, we got a player on the right, we got a player sold. Players on the right. Players on the left. Everything you own, players on the left. Again, give me 20 minutes to give more attention, and we'll give you a solution. Awesome, Serlenga. I mean, you're always trying to help, and I appreciate it. Even if we can't like find something that works, I always appreciate the help, because we've said this several times, and it's not really about getting the end result, as cool as that would be. It's about learning and getting better as we go about this whole process. So even though I'm essentially failing to figure out this step, I'm failing. However, I'm still winning because I'm getting better every day. Every time I come back to it and I try a new thing, I'm like looking something else up. And I was like, oh yeah, do while loops are a thing. And even last night I was like, I haven't written a do while loop in forever. And I was like, okay, let's write a do while loop, because I was trying to do for loops and I kept getting either it skipped past the loop because the conditions were met or met too fast, or it would just lock up the game. And when you do a for loop that locks up the game, you have to literally go into, for some reason this stuff's not coming up when I bring my mouse down. I have to go in here and be like, Control Delete, clear in Node.wjs, because it freezes. It won't console log. You can't even click the X button when that happens. It just completely locks up. You have to Alt F4 doesn't work. You have to Control Delete it. What's up, Wolf Emblem Studios? How are you doing? Life is all about bettering yourself, if nothing else. Right, we're learning. We're getting more down. We're re-familiarizing ourselves with different coding aspects and game design techniques, and it's all fun. It's all a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys also pick up stuff here and there, and feel free to ask questions, because I have no problem explaining it, because it also helps when I explain stuff, because I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I did that thing. That's how that works, right? Half the stuff I know about RPG Maker is because somebody asked me about it, and I'm like, I don't know, how does that work? Let me look it up. And then I'm like, I figure it out, and then I show it to the person who asked me, and at the same, they're like, thank you, and I'm like, no, thank you. So yeah, let's do the thing. Let's take out the script call that will call a common event, or I'm sorry, the plugin manager call, which is the plugin command. We're gonna get rid of that, but then we have no way to spawn an event, right? Unfortunately, that gets rid of our creating an event. Fortunately, it also makes it so we're not bound to a specific event ID. We can go another design route. So essentially, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to cut all this code. This is the process I do over and over. I cut it out. I go to the top of my clipboard, which is just a text file or whatever, and I paste it in there. Anything that I've commented out that is not going to be used in, I have to remove it so that I can think fresh again. So let's remove all this crap. And stop trying to rely so much on this plugin. Essentially, I need to remove all of this, huh? Yeah, let's just take all of this out. But I do know that we're going to be changing an image and a position of a sprite. So we'll put that back in. So we're going to be needing to do that. I mean, at least for now. And I'm going to just say event 1 so it doesn't crash if I run the game. Yep, and I can get rid of this as well. So basically, we are taking steps backwards. So, you know, the thing that I just showed you, that will no longer work. Well, we're farther back now than we were a second ago, right? And that's always what happens when you're doing stuff like this. You got to be willing to be like, okay, the progress I made here is temporary. And there's always a chance that it's not progress. It's only the illusion of progress inside the game as far as how close the game is to being completed. Like we already went over, progress is still learning and getting better. So we are actually making progress, but as far as tangible things we can show in the game, we've gone backwards. And that's hard to do. It really is hard to just take stuff out and be like, oh, that doesn't work. Let me start over. We're like hardwired to be like, okay, no, I've already put all this work. We have this investment bias. Let me see if I can just add another thing and make it work. Add another thing and make it work. Sometimes you need to rip everything out, look at it from a fresh perspective. Like Sir Legna was saying last night, I needed to step away. Unfortunately, I was unable to step away, and I did this system again. I'm like, no, I could do it. And I started doing for loops, and I thought I was going to be able to work, and it doesn't. And then I was like, okay, well, let me try another type of looping to make sure that it'll give you each one individually. And I'm like, forget it. I'll just make it spawn 5 events if it's the 5th person that joined the map. And I'll make it spawn 6 events. And I don't care if there's a event, just a robot event walking in the same spot. It'll just be like an NPC or something. But fundamentally, that doesn't work, because after a certain amount of time, it's trying to spawn too many events. It just lags the game. So I was being hard-headed with my, like, investment bias. I'm like, this has got to work. I figured out how to do this, yada, 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 yada. No, take steps back, start it again, and try a different approach. And that's what I'm going to do. Janine, step 1, take steps back. 2, I don't know. Step 3, profit. So that means I can remove this as well from here, because we're no longer using that. So we'll just I've got this weird thing though where I'm like, investment bias that I think it was, I was talking about earlier. So I don't want to just delete it. And even though even if I never look at this file and use anything from it, it makes me feel better that I have it on a text file, so that I can, in case I forgot, I can look at this code. Because I have gone back to and like, oh, what was that one thing I was doing? Oh, it's right there, and I'll grab it. So, I mean, I think that's fine. I think I just copied the same thing twice. 2 different locations. Yep, totally did. Okay, it's fine. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so we're back to this. We're going to keep the namespaces. I like the idea of only updating the people who are on that map. A $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you again, Corey. I appreciate that. Drift, if you were a AAA company, your current project would be put on store shelves tomorrow. That is true. They don't really like the whole if it's not working, rip it out and start over. They're more like, add more shit and ship it. Add more stuff to it and just make it work the best you can, and then we'll sell it. It's true. But I'm not a AAA company, and I'm not beholden to a like a project manager. I am the project manager. So I get to say it doesn't come out until whenever. In fact, I don't even have to say when it comes out. I don't even have to say it will ever come out. I could just be like, I'm working on this thing, and maybe it'll see fruition at one day. But I've gone through and I've gone into this saying, ultimately, this is going to fail. And that sets the tone, right? That means when it fails, nobody's disappointed. I'm not disappointed. The audience isn't disappointed. I say that ultimately this is going to fail somewhere. And then people are really happy if it doesn't. But they're not extremely sad when it does. I'm not giving up yet. I'm too excited for the prospect of this. And we've made a lot of progress, and I've already restarted several times. I don't think I need to completely restart. I think Socket.io is fast. It's really good. It's the best networking solution I've found so far. I really like Socket.io. I'm going to keep using it. Node.js works fine. It's a good runtime environment. Currently not using Express or jQuery, but it's in the project if I needed it to edit HTML or whatever. Sir Legna says, it does make it hard to sell the effort for people helping, though. Helping through. Maybe. It's all voluntary, though. It's like, I always appreciate it. I always say, I always let people know that I appreciate it. And ultimately, it's to help us try to learn. And it's, I see where you're coming from, Sir Legna. If like you think, oh, well, he's going to give up on it, so I'm not going to try to help him with it. Right. But I'm not saying that exactly. I'm saying like, hey, this is a thing that is probably going to fail. Most people who have tried to do an MMO with RPG Maker, well, let's look. How many are there out there? Not a lot, right? How many MMOs are out there that are made in RPG Maker? That's my point. That's all I'm pointing at. That's all I was trying to get to. I'm like, we're trying to do something that's not typical. And to be honest, the engine isn't designed for this. But is it possible? Oh yeah, it actually is possible. You just have to use something for a database and something for a communication medium. So Socket.io is a server and a SQL database. Boom, you can totally do it. Are you going to be able to do everything that you want in your typical MMO? No, we're not. Are we going to be able to draw characters moving around the screen? I think we can. I think we can do it. Chainer says, if I can do a first-person shooter, you can do an MMO. St. Griffin, that's a fantastic point. How many MMOs made with any engine fail? 95% of them. Most of them. Yep. But that's what we're doing here. We're attempting the impossible. So the other idea I had when I was trying to figure out how I wanted to spawn events was just moving events and creating events over here in the top right corner or somewhere off screen. And then when a player shows up, that one just follows them. So then we would have to find a way to, I guess, uniquely identify each character to an event, or assign a character their own event. That seems the best way to do it. I could even write a script that will stack all these events in one spot so that you don't see a whole like army of events. I need to look at the move event script call. Let me load the script call, because T and I were talking last night about making a specified plugin for this to work, making like our own event generator plugin, like a very minimal event generator that lets me specify what event ID I want to use and whatnot, with just a little bit of data just to do what we need it to do. And I think that's a really good idea, but then it also involves making like a whole plugin inside the plugin. Anyway, let me unpin this so we can bring it up over here. You guys can see. Do you guys want this link? I'm sure most of you already have this. I'll put it in the chat. Oh my god, why did I inspect element? No, paste. Fuck. Okay. Why not spawn those events at the top of the map then? What makes the difference to it being spawn or already on the map? Well, I'm just saying, like, how are you going to spawn them, Sir Legna? And then that's the reason why I'm looking in here, is to see if I can put them on another map and then bring them. Obviously, you can, because you can see it's done in Vigistella, right? But they have the specifics in the way that it's done for Vigistella, and they're using event 1000, and each client starts at event 1000, and I would just probably I need it to be different, but I can't ask that of the plugin. Wasn't designed for my case. It wasn't designed for my need. It was general. It was designed to accommodate as many possible solutions, as many possible projects as it possibly can, to be the most useful. And so that's why I haven't gone like, hey, Yanfly, can you make this thing for me? Because like he probably gets that way too much. He's already swamped with people just, I need you to make your plugin to work in my game this specific way. And like, that happens all the time. And so I haven't done that, even though I've been tempted to be like, is there a way that I can make it so that I decide what event number the event spawns as? Huh? Because then I could get around this whole system. But I just haven't done that because I don't have the balls to ask him, really, because he gets that too much. Instead, I'm debating on writing a little mini plugin for it spawning my own events or manually eventing it. I've done so many things with events. I don't see why we couldn't do it with manually eventing a system. Is it more work? It's about the same, depending. Sometimes it's easier to code it if you know what you're doing, but if you don't, then it's easier to event it, right? So I'm looking for the move event script call. This is for MV, but look, most of the stuff works the same in MZ. And the one for MZ is just a big convoluted mess. This is still the best script call reference. There's more data in the MZ one, but there's not like this. Name script call comments. Like this is what you want. So move event, you're just basically saying set event location. Set event location, set event direction. And we can track both of these things. But here's the thing. So like, need to go back to what you're saying. Why not spawn them? Well, because how do you spawn an event? Can you write me the code to spawn an event using the event ID that I choose? I'm sure you could. I'm just saying, do you have time to do that? Because I haven't tried to do that yet. And I would be a little lost at first, I'm sure. Janine says I can. That would be great. $2 super chat from Vino. Thank you, Vino. How you doing? Hi, all, he says. Lurking and listening while driving. Drive safe, man. Watch that road. We appreciate you, Vino. We don't need... Look, Waffles already got a broken arm. We don't need both of you to have a broken arm. Oh my god, Janine straight up hashtag Vino is noob. Vino's trying to get boosted by Waffles on the Discord. Links in the description below. Janine, that would be baller if you could. All I need to do is create an event at a location of my choosing with a script call. It needs to be done with a script call. I don't want a plugin command. I mean, it could be a plugin command because look, we figured out the format, right? It doesn't matter actually. I'll just either or, whatever, however you want to code it, because we could still just script call the plugin command. I want to make an event that I can set its data. I want to set its direction. I want to set its X and Y, and its image and index. Right. So we'll need a few basic things. And the problem is all of these commands that already exist rely on you knowing the event ID. You have to know that event's event ID. Janine says here, actually, let me point you in the right direction while I'm writing things out. You should look at two functions in the MZ code. GameMap.prototype.setupEvents. Okay. I guess I gotta look on the actual code. So here would be GameMap.setupEvents. And I need to look at the code. So I mean, setup events. So it did a setup events thing. To create the sprite, you're using setup events. Once I close this, I'm going to lose this because I've already changed the code that lets the player draw. But we've already scrapped it and we've took it out. So let's say goodbye to this system. We're going to make a new one, a better one, that accommodates for more than one player doing this. Accommodates for as many as we want. Yeah, I know what you meant. I was just being lazy, you know? I was like, what can I see quickly? Quick results. All right, let me open the file. Whoa, what happened here? F12, F10, F10. Okay. Open file. I already have the core open. Let's see. Game map is going to be set up in objects, right? Because game map is an object. Let's see. $game. Oh, it's the class game underscore map dot prototype dot setup events. Here we go. So let's look what's happening. This underscore events is an array. This dot underscore common events. I guess these are linked together as an array. For loop saying constant event of data map dot events dot filter event arrow functioned to be an event, true or false, right? This is I learned this from Arrow, I think it was the other day on the Visual Stella server. When you use the double, it's to make sure that if this is undefined, instead it returns a false. So that's a pretty cool little trick. So this is going to give you true or false even if this is undefined. So if it's defined, it'll give you true. If it's undefined, it'll give you false. So this makes it a Boolean, basically. This dot underscore events passing in the constant events dot ID equals a new game event. This dot underscore map ID comma event dot ID. How does map ID? Why is map ID in here? Oh, because it needs to know where to put it, right? Okay, and then for this is different. This is for common events. We're not really looking at that. And then, oh, this is good. Refresh tile events function. Psycho Gaming, if I ever get this set up and it works, I'm going to be like, I saw Drifty working on this in his streams. Didn't understand a word, but I watched it. So to start, you probably want something like this. Let me show it because YouTube thinks you're trying to hack them or something. Okay, $game map dot underscore events 1000 equals new game event map ID comma 1000. All right. Janine, you keep helping so much. I love it. Okay. So let's go to the client when we're going to be creating the intermap. $game map dot underscore events. Now you're using 1000 here because that's the number that we're just starting at 1000, right? But we're going to actually change this. This was the problem. We were locked into using 1000. So the good thing about doing it this way, writing it in here, is that we don't need to use 1000. We can use a variable that we can use to be assigned from the server, and then every client will have their own unique number. So if they're drawing, if they show up, then their event number will be sent. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we can use a variable here. Anyway, we'll use it to 1000 just to learn. We'll set it to 1000 to learn. Game map dot underscore events 1000. So we're just looking inside this current game map's event data and looking at the specific object of event number 1000. And we're saying we're going to set that to a new thing, right? A new game underscore event, giving the map ID, which is, well, in this case, since it's map 6, we could just put 6 because we know this is going to be on map 6. And then 1000. So the second parameter is what? It is its event ID. So this is the object that's holding all the data, but then this is the specific ID of that game event. Because last night, T and I were talking and doing some console logging, and we noticed you can change the event ID of an event, but it doesn't change your reference to it. Doesn't change the reference. So if say you have, let's say we have 3 events on the map. We've got event 1, we've got event 2, we've got event 3. We can set the event ID of event 1 to event 3, right? We can set it, well, 1, 2, 3, that's not really that great of a good comparison. Okay, say we've got 5 events, right? We can set event 1 to have an event ID of 5. But if we If we try to set it to 6 and 6 doesn't exist, then it will crash when you try to load it. And if we set it to 5, when you call event 5, it will still show event 5. But if you want to refer to that event number, the one that you changed to 5, you have to specifically say event number 5. However, you're going to get 2 results. You're going to have event 5 and event 1 with the ID of 5 and event 5 with the ID of 5. So what I'm trying to get to is it doesn't really help us to just change the event ID number, because the ID number can be changed and is still in the same thing. So the event itself knows the ID. Yeah, it's the ID again. But this is the array of the event, and this is the ID of the event. So this can, if this changes, it changes the way you refer to it. But if this changes, it doesn't change the way you refer to. Well, I mean, it doesn't basically change the way you refer to it, because you still have to call from its original number. Anyway, Tony had a great idea, but it doesn't work because of that. Event ID doesn't always, it's not the same as the object that holds the data for the event, because the event ID is just a piece of data inside the index of that event. I know it's confusing, but so we're going to move on. Sir Legna says, servers ask client to see. Okay, so the client creates a player, server emits player name XY. Client sends okay, wait, what? The server won't be able to emit if the client didn't emit to the server first. But let's just say that's what you meant. You create a player on the client and you emit a signal to the server saying player name is X and Y, and then the server tells the client to move event player name XY. If the player name exists on the client, then create new event at XY. Store event ID with player name. So you're trying to say change the event ID to be the name of the player. You could totally do that. It doesn't have to be a number, does it? Does it? Because it's just a data point, right? You could put whatever you want in there. It's still going to have its own number. So the problem, Sir Legna, is how do you change it if you because look, when you're trying to do set image, you see this? If you have event 1000 and you change its ID to the name of the player and you type the name of the player here, player name, it will not work. It's what I'm saying. It doesn't work like this. So if we do it your method, Sir Legna, we can't use set image. We can't use set position. We can't use all the built-in stuff. We can change the ID, but we can't use maybe we would do like a function. Maybe we do a let, and we'd be like, let that player equal the game map event for player. No, see, once again, it won't know what that is. We can't find it. We'd have to go to its original number, which we don't, like, it doesn't quite work. No, it doesn't. Or you can use an underlying data structure like player name, event ID, player name 2, event ID 2. Vaslin, what is the 1000? The 1000 is just this first 1000 shows the index of that event. Hence the thing we are going to be referring to that event as. So this, if we put 1000 here, it would refer to this thing that we created. However, if we change this to be the player name or 1001, this would still look for this. So if we try to do this right here on this event, it would crash and it would not know what 1001 is because the index is still 1000. I know it really threw me for a loop last night, and T was like, "What? Whoa." But then Sir Legna was like, "Yep, you can go crazy. You can just add like game items to this, like whatever you want here. It's just a copycat of its original number for you to reference in some other form. But all of these predefined ones that are already made up, inside the code, they are specifically looking for the index of the event. So like I said, if we said this is 1,000 event, 1,000 game events, this said 1,001, this would crash when we try to look for it unless this was also 1,001. So this could be 1,001 and it would work, and this can be like wiener, and it would still, well, I mean, you'd have to define that. You could say it's a string named wiener, and that would be fine, I would imagine, right? It might need a number. I'm not sure. But I know that it doesn't look for this. It looks for this, the index. But I think what Janine is saying is this is really good. This is going to let us create whatever we want. We just make an event and change it and move it, right? We don't need to use a whole plugin with all the extra bells and whistles that it comes along with. We just need something smaller with less functionality, which also means we can be more creative with it. When we limit it a little bit, you know, I don't know. Events do not start with 1,000. We are specifying that this is event index 1,000 right here. We can call it, the reason why we don't want to start at 1 is because typically there's going to be events already on your map. Like on the map that we're starting on, there's already like 22 or 23 events, and I might add more. So we're just going a very high number so that even if we had a bunch of events on that map, it's not going to interfere. We're not going to create and overwrite a number that already exists. So you go to a high number so that you have a very, very safe distance from all the events that could be possibly put on a big map. So we just go to 1,000, and that's probably why they chose 1,000 for their Vigistella's plugin for the event smooth core for generating an event. When you generate an event, it just assigns it event 1,000. In fact, I'll probably start at 500. Because that way I have plenty of room for my events, then I have plenty of room to make my custom events, and then if I do want to use generating events, I won't conflict with them. So that's what I'll do. We'll start at 500, giving me 499 manual events. Hold on.
Let me in.
Yes. Do you have to pee?
Do I have to pee? No.
Go pee, because I have to pee. Oh, you don't have to pee?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee. T's here, everybody! Yay!
Hi. How's everybody doing? I just walked in the door. Hold on, let me find the stream so I can see what everybody's saying. Pop out the chat. Hi, everybody. What are we talking about? Hey T, I have to pee. Well, go pee. I wish YouTube let me write code easily to help T. Yeah, help me. I need lots of help. Actually, I think I've given up on my plugin last night because I didn't even open it today. It's a bad sign. Bad sign. I've just tried everything I can think of and I just can't get it to work. It's not working. I don't even know if it's possible, to be honest. I don't know the code well enough to know if I'm just on a fool's errand.
Don't give up. Try again. You can do it.
I'm gonna go wash my hands because
Okay.
I was just out in public touching things.
Great. Please do. Please do the washing of things. Okay. Sweet. Sir Ligna says, I should stop writing my plugins and help you two for a week. I mean, you help me every day, Sir Ligna. You're the man. You're the boss. I appreciate it. When I have an issue, I type it in MZMMO for whoever is available, and then it's quite often you who is there consoling me and helping me see the flaws in my ways, and I appreciate that. Even if I don't get it, even if I don't understand where you're coming from, or even if what you're saying won't work, I still appreciate it. Did I miss anything in the chat? So, Janine is pointing me in the right direction here, because that's the direction we were headed. So that's a very good starting point, looking at those specific functions. in the objects. So we're going to use this too. We're going to use game map probably. Game map.refresh tile events.
There, I went through the
Copy that.
decontamination process.
Yes, very nice. Very clean. So I did the thing, T. I pulled.
You did the what? Huh?
I did the thing. I pulled out all of the code from the last system, like System 7 or System 8, that, you know, where you have the one guy following you, but if you had another player, we fight over that event.
Yeah, you got him to quit fighting?
No, I didn't. Well, what I did was say, I'm not going to rely on another plugin inside of this plugin. We're going to just write the code so that we can do it cleaner.
Oh, you made a spawning code.
Well, no, Janine is helping me figure out how to make a spawning code. Right.
I like that. That's a good idea.
And Sir Legna is also helping with ideas. So
I think it's probably wise to have a plugin that doesn't rely on other plugins to function.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a crutch on my part.
On your fart.
On my fart. Exactly. See, aren't you guys glad T's here? We get our fart jokes right back on cue.
You guys thought Drifty was the bad one. No.
I'm just reading the script that she wrote. Just kidding. You know how hard it would be to read a script on a live stream?
Oh gosh, no, that would be
It would
terrible.
be ridiculous.
Yuck.
Okay, yeah, let me put this in here. We're going to use, at some point, now this is what I do when we start messing around with new ideas. I put in code and then I comment it out. And this is why I have this clipboard with just a massive amount of stuff, because it's just ideas and stuff that we put in and stuff we might need. I give myself all the data and I look at all the pieces. It's like putting together a puzzle. I like to dump all the pieces on the floor and then scatter them around and then look at them. Look at them, and then I can maybe put some pieces together. So we know at some point we're going to refresh events.
Janine is dropping some sweet knowledge. Hey, are you on the Discord yet, Janine? I thought you said, fine, I'll go. But I didn't see you yesterday.
Yeah, Janine,
I'm calling you out.
You should be on our Discord. If you are, let me know the name that you're using so I can give you the coder role. You're definitely a coder. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Bennett.
Where do you live?
I'm Janine G. Well, I mean, yeah, you can use 900 and 999. You can use whatever you want.
She says, coming. All right, all right. You better tag me when you come. I want to know who you are.
That's what she said.
Chainer, we know who you are. Are you looking forward to there being a 3D MV plugin? Chainer, you're gonna make the 3D MZ game, the first 3D MZ game.
Skepsis D says, I'm trying to be a coder too. Hey, Skepsis D was posting stuff yesterday about C++. That is a very base level object-oriented programming language. I took that. I took a C++ class for like 6 months in junior college a long time ago. I made the Hello World program. I always thought it was really funny because naturally when you make a program in C++, and you run it, right? You build it and you compile it and then you run it.
Yeah.
It closes immediately. Like it could do exactly what you want, but within 1 or 2 frames, the whole program closes.
Oh, so you don't even have time for your brain to process.
Yeah, you don't know if you did it right or did it wrong. But I think now they have tools that keeps it open until you press enter.
Oh, that's good.
So like it terminates the program immediately, but like it waits for you to press a button for it to actually do it now. But when I first started, you had to like write that in. So like don't terminate, hold until we press the button.
That's not bad, not bad. I went straight into JavaScript, so that's the only language I know, because it's the only language that you need to know. I mean, that's a good language, you know?
It's not the only language.
I know, I'm joking.
That's just what you're using now.
I like it because it's the first one I learned, so I'm biased.
I don't even care what language we use. It doesn't even matter to me. It just matters on what the engine I'm using wants me to use, and that's what I use. And since everything we've been doing is RPG Maker stuff, it's all JS right now. So if it goes to Python tomorrow, we're using Python.
No.
That's that easy. That's how it goes.
I don't want to.
I don't care what language we use. Obviously, I do like JS, and I think it's biased because I put more time into JS programming, but I really don't care. I think Python's a great language. C++, great language. It's harder. I don't like that in C++. You have to deal with the garbage collection yourself. You have to say where the data is restored or where the data goes after you're done with it. And Otherwise, you have memory bloating and leaking, and nobody wants bloating and leaking. Go to the bank and apply for a $64 loan. No, don't get a loan for something so small. Don't get a loan if you don't have to. Try to be loan free if you can. So yeah, let's try that. Let's do when you enter map. Okay, we want the server to assign an event number to each client, right? So on the server, we'll go to the top and we'll make an event, or not an event, draw player order. We'll hijack the one I've already got in here. I'm going to set that to 500. So now we're doing our own. We're going to start with event number 500. And then I'm going to give 500. When should we assign that number to the player? Do we want to put it in the database? I don't know.
Janine says JS is like diaper.
Prevents bloating and, well, you know, it holds all your crap. When they enter map, we can try that. I actually moved that to when you logged in. So let me grab that code that I took out. It is this one. Hold on, did I do a big dumb? All right, so let's reuse some of the stuff I already put in. My unique event number, draw player order, whatnot. So io.to socketid.emit will send just to that client a thing. So when you enter the map, oops. No. Yes. When you enter the map, it's going to, let's just do it on 7 real quick because I know we're going to start with 7. So I don't need to propagate to all the systems. Let's just do map 7. What we want to do is assign a unique number so that we don't have to specifically say you're 500. All right, so it doesn't just give everyone 500, rather. And then we're going to increment that. So io.to this specific socket connection, emit the event run eval, and we're going to run this eval. My unique event number equals draw player order, and since we're doing it like this, it won't send this. It'll instead send a number. At least it should. We'll find out. Draw player order plus plus. It increments it. So this is the server telling the client to change one of its variables. So does my unique event number still exist? I might have ripped everything out. It still exists. Okay, so it's going to be 500 by default. But when it receives this eval, if it's listening for it, which it is, right here, run eval, and it's going to be passed code, and then it's going to evaluate that code. So when it receives this packet, the code that it's receiving is inside of here. So it's going to say, it's going to receive my unique event number equals 500. And then over here, it'll be like eval, that blah, blah, blah. And then it'll do that. And it'll change the number. Hopefully it happens synchronously. Oh, I need to make this an async function. Async. And then await. Await. Yes. Yes, Precious. You know why this needs to happen? Because we don't want this next thing to happen until this one is done. And I think that was a problem I had last time. So we'll make this whole function asynchronous and set this to be awaited on. So this function will stop happening right here. It will stop until this is done properly. And then it'll increment it and do this part. I hope that'll work. I think it'll work. Actually, we're going to make this also asynchronous. And we're going to say, await for this eval to happen. Oh my gosh, can I? Hello? Please, thank you. My jeez. So now when any run eval is sent from the server, it will force run evals to finish or at least start the process depending on what the code says. If it's a big thing, it might take a while. But it will try to eval before it moves on to the next function that it's supposed to do, because we set this function to be an asynchronous function and using this to be a wait. Now I could be doing this wrong and it might not work. It may not do anything. It may not do anything. Oh my god. But we're gonna try anyway, because that's how it works in Cybervariant. So we'll see if that works. We know we're gonna be on 7, so we might as well put everything on enter map 7, update map 7. Right here, we're going to say game map dot underscore events 500 is a new game event. And it's going to be map 7. And inside objects at line 6184, I'm going to put a little note in here. RMMZ underscore objects line 61, what? I already forgot. 6184. 6184. So I know where to look, so if I forget what's what. And then we also want to say game map refresh tile events. But instead of saying 500, we need to pass another piece of data. Oh no, we don't. We've already passed the data. Oh, you know what we can do? Oh yeah, we want it to be, we don't want it to be passed inside here, because then every new person who, wait. Maybe we don't need this, right? Maybe instead, when we make an emit, we just pass data of, what is it called? Draw player order. And then we increment it afterwards. This would be better, because then we're not sending two things at the same time for the client to digest. It's all in one. So yeah, we're going to pass it this data and then increment it here. So what that'll do is, if we also have to expect it, so we're going to do comma. We can call it whatever we want here. So we'll say draw player order, since that's what's being passed. We'll put that in here. Draw player order. So then this event that we're creating will be given the number for that event. And then for the event, it should, since it would exist, we just created it, it should exist. So we can say draw, event number draw, player order, dot set image. And then event number draw player order, dot set position, blah, 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 blah. I don't know when we need the refresh. Maybe here, maybe afterwards. Janine says looks good to me. Okay. We also need to change the update. So that's just when it's created. But now if we want it to follow us, we need to say draw player. Guess what? Draw player order will be forgotten. It will say event cannot set position for undefined here. Why? Well, because we never scoped draw player order up, right? But we do have another event that's scoped globally. So if we do let that event, which is called my unique event number equals draw player order. Oops. It is capital sensitive, so it will bug out if you mess that up. And then instead of my draw, we just put this one. Boom. Now, why will this work? Well, because we've scoped up. We actually don't define it here. We don't say let, because we've already defined it globally outside of this scope. So we instead change the value of it like so. And then if we put that in here, because it's global, it will know what number that is. I think the problem's still going to exist though. But I want to make progress. I just want to, even though I see there's a problem here, I want to see if we can get back to where we were. At least we can go back to where it draws one and they fight over an event, right? Instead of crashing and whatnot. It definitely looks a lot simpler and cleaner than the way I feel tonight. No, that was just an accident. That was just a slip of words. Anybody who knows Kingdom Hearts will get that.
I don't, but it was fun hearing you sing it.
Okay.
Sing again.
No. People will die. I don't know where to put the refresh tile events, but I'll just leave it here. Probably here, because then once it's been updated, we can just blop blop. And these work even without a refresh, as far as I know. Maybe they set image and set position automatically include refresh tile events in somewhere. Yeah, test it first, polish it second. So that might work. That might work. Let's give it a shot. Let's restart the server. If we quickly get to where we were, then I'm going to consider that success, because now we've done the same thing without using a plugin, right? Mostly. I should delete the database again. There's like a million accounts that mean nothing. Accounts mean nothing to me. Connect. New account. Refresh events might be useless. I don't know if it matters. Whatever. We'll just cross the bridge when we get to it. My account name is that. My password is that. I'll never check it again. It's fine. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate the money. He says, I'm so sleepy tonight.
Go CP.
Why don't you take a nap, man?
Yeah.
Take a nappy poo. Hey, you know, you work hard for the money. So hard for the money.
He works hard for the money.
So we better treat Corey right. That's what I'm trying to say. Event ID placeholder is not... Oh, that was completely my fault. That's a big dumb typo on my fault. I can fix this. I can completely fix this. Don't worry about it. This is not on the server. It's on the client. And this was just yeah. What we're going to do is define this as the same thing. Because we do want them to match. We could give them anything, but we might as well put them the same way that the game would normally do that. Corey Davis with a $5 super chat. Thank you again, Corey Davis. We really appreciate that. He says, Janine G, if I flirt with you, how would you feel about it? He wants to know, Janine.
Corey's a straight shooter.
He'll tell you how he feels. You never have to worry about him bullshitting you. He will tell you exactly what's on his mind. He'll be straight up with you 100. He keep it 100 all the time. He just wants to know if he starts flirting with you, how you going to feel about that? Because, you know, he's just curious at this point. He just wants to know how you would feel, Janine. All right, so maybe refresh tile events is useless, but maybe it's needed. I'm going to leave it in there because it looks fancy. Okay, how about that? Janine G, the ID you enter to new game, it must exist on the map. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. That was just a... Oh my shit. Oh my shit. Did you allow that? I allowed it.
Allowed.
Horny, maybe.
Whoa.
Bruh.
Dang. Janine's a straight shooter, too.
She said maybe, though. She's like, maybe. You don't know for sure, though.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I love it. Yeah, that was my bad. And we're going to just give it the same number. So at the start, it'll be 500. This gives me plenty of room in case I do want to use the generator. So generator will start at 1,000, and then I have like 500 before this happens. So this is a nice sweet spot in the middle. Corey Davis with another $5. We appreciate that money. Corey, thank you so much. He says, no, Vino, I never got on you. I never got on you. Corey said, Vino said that, Corey, do you hit on every single person who ever shows up if they even seem like they could be female? Oh, and then Corey's like, no, Vino, I never got on you.
Wow, burn.
Vino, you know, it does. Vino, I automatically assumed male, but maybe not everybody would because you got long hair and makeup.
Yeah.
So like, you know,
long hair and makeup is an inherently female thing.
You know, it used to be the opposite though. It used to be only males who wore makeup and wore wigs, and then it somehow over hundreds of years switched to where it was only female. But then it's gone back as well, and it's kind of both. There was this period of in the 80s called glam rock, and it's like guys were taking that back again.
Yeah.
And you would have like Twisted Sister and these bands. Kiss. We're not gonna take it. Kiss. Yeah. And there's like they just hella makeup and long curly wigs and stuff.
Prince wore makeup like forever.
I mean, movie stars and actors still wear makeup, and a lot of people wear makeup, and guys and girls, and it doesn't really matter. I think it's become more accepted for both genders to wear makeup now than before. But it's interesting the role of wigs and makeup. Let's make a new account. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. It's because of the lack of makeup, Sir Legna. And glasses. I think those are like, those glasses kind of are masculine glasses, I suppose. Corey Davis with Vino with a 569 super chat. Thank you, Vino. Why not, Corey? Am I not good enough?
Oh, Vino.
I love it. And then
The real Tron feels your pain.
I know the real Tron knows exactly where you're coming from here. Corey Davis with another $5. Thank you guys. We really appreciate the super chats. It really helps us pay the bills, and we love you. Corey Davis says, "All right, Ginny G. I'm tired, but hit me up on Discord or call my phone. I'll make sure to sleep good at night." Yeah, so he's saying hit him up. Hit him up. He's on Discord. You can use the Discord. Careful assuming my gender though. Oh shit! Oh shit! Watch out, Corey. You may get a little bit extra, a little bit more than you bargained for there.
This is like the days of our lives. We got a soap opera thing going on here. Love triangles.
Cannot read property X of undefined. Where did I do this?
Oh no.
In objects. Okay, obviously it's something that I wrote it, even though it says objects. Here we go. Client 412. It did give me something. Game event client 412. Let's look at what we got going on over here. Client 412. Here it is. Huh. Okay, new game event. Does it need more data? Let's go back to the objects and look here. It's basically just saying map ID and event ID. Corey Davis with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Corey. He goes, "I'll pay for the surgery, so it'll be all right."
Yeah, but here's the question, Corey. Yours or the other person?
Oh, shit. Whose surgery? Oh, no.
Sounds like a negotiation's about to happen.
There was no specification to who the surgery belonged to. X was undefined here, Corey. So we need to define X. See how I did that? That was pretty good.
Uh-huh.
So right now, that ID doesn't exist. It cannot find an event of 500 with X property. Okay, all right, that makes sense. What you can do is have multiple copies based on the same event ID. So we need to somehow create event. I thought that would create the event, right? I thought game event, new game event would create the event. So if it $5 super chat from Corey Davis, he goes, "Oh, T, I didn't know you wanted surgery." I don't know where that comes from. I don't know which one.
Man, I would use.
Thank you, Corey. I appreciate the money.
I'd use mouth surgery. If I had a lot of money and like no other obligations suspended on, I would get my teeth decked out.
Yeah.
Yep.
What, you have like a self-consciousness?
Yeah.
You're beautiful.
But I have crooked teeth.
Okay, so T has crooked teeth. I do too, though. If you look at my bottom row,
but your top teeth are gorgeous.
They're not perfectly straight. And when I was younger, one of my incisors was really, really high, and it just luckily came down as I got older.
Yeah.
It was like Frankenstein weird high, and then luckily it did come down most of the way. But my bottom row is really, really crooked. If
Not
you look
as crooked as mine.
Here's what you look at a picture of Will Ferrell's bottom row teeth. They're like identical.
Yeah.
My bottom row teeth look just like Will Ferrell's bottom row teeth.
One of my bottom row teeth is completely sideways.
Yeah. There is that, and so I see what you're saying, but it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
You're beautiful.
But the thing is, if I had expendable income and time and everything, I might deck my teeth out.
Sulenga says bright gold teeth. Can you guys imagine T with golden teeth?
I don't want golden teeth.
We got to get a GoFundMe going for a grill for T.
I do have a metal tooth.
A golden grill.
I do have a metal tooth.
Yeah, but it's not gold.
Because I was too poor to buy a real tooth, like a real looking tooth, so they gave me a metal one. And it's all right though, because I came home and I had young boys, and I'm like, look, I'm a pirate. Arr, and they thought it was great.
We got to get you a golden grill with some ice. We got to get some diamonds in there. Corey Davis with another $5 super chat. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. Vino, I'm going to get you some surgery. What you want, let me know, but after my nap. Because Vino said, Corey, if you get the surgery done right now, you won't have any issues finding love. Maybe not true love, but you'll find love.
See now, if in a hypothetical world where you have all the money that you can ask for, all that you can imagine, I would get the whole the tooth implant thing. You'll just get them all taken out and put implants in, so you don't have to deal with it anymore.
Right. Yeah, that stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
Janine says the issue, like, first of all, $2 super chat from Vino. Thank you, Vino. He goes, here's for T's Golden Teeth Fund. T's Golden Teeth Fund, $2.
Hey, if they were
Ching!
implants, you could probably trade them out. Just be like, click, put in golden teeth, and then...
Well, you probably screw them in and screw them out, maybe.
Yeah.
That's what she said. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. All my teeth were replaceable with white gold teeth. No grill thinking about putting some diamonds in them.
Nice.
What?
See,
For
it's
real?
common. It's common to want to deck out your teeth.
You have all your teeth are white gold teeth?
That's
No
awesome.
grill, but thinking about putting some diamonds in them? Bro, like, that's pretty fucking cool. I'm not going to lie.
Aren't you afraid somebody's gonna knock you out and steal your teeth?
Nah, not Corey. Let's just say he's experienced. Janine says the issue is it creates an event based on the complicated data provided for your project save file. So you could, 1, tediously replicate all the data needed to make it run, or 2, just copy from existing events, then change things like the image and positions, which will still be unique for the new event. So yeah, let's do that then. The second option makes the most sense to me. So we just say let event 500 or let event my unique event number equal an existing event. So like I can make one event on each map and I can copy from that map. Is that what you're saying? Because if so, let's do that. Right over here, let's make an event. We don't need to give it an image, right? It could just be this blank one, and we'll call it E23 template player temp.
Corey with the $5 super chat says, "Nah, I'm just messing. I have regular teeth." Laugh out loud.
All right.
Man, I was visualizing you with white gold teeth.
Yeah, I'll be like, that's pretty lit.
So Vino said something interesting. He said
Thank you for the $5, Corey. Appreciate that.
He had no baby teeth, went right to adult. When did that happen, Vino? Did you like get them at the same time that babies get their teeth? I never heard of that before.
I was born without baby teeth. Well, technically, everyone's born without teeth.
Well, no, you're born with 2 sets of teeth.
Oh, okay.
They're just under your gum line.
Right.
Yeah.
You just don't see them yet.
Yeah, you don't see them until later.
Went right to adult teeth. It left me with rough issues. That's literally why I'm single.
Damn.
I don't know, man. That's rough, like you said. So don't offer, Corey. The surgery is $50,000, and I'll totally take you up. Yeah. It sounds like Vino's looked into it.
Yeah. Oh, I've looked into it.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I've looked into like even just the cheapest way, just to get the top row straightened or something. But most dentists won't even do that.
So Janine says, exactly. This will also allow you to easily create behavior for when a player interacts with another player online. Just add events like show message to your template, and that will work for every event you create. Oh, that's so good. So like I did over here, we've got event 23. It's a player template, and I can add whatever contents I want for each player to have. And okay, so what's the code that we're going to copy? What we want to do is say make this new event. It's crashing here. So what I need to do is somehow say game map dot underscore event 23. No. It equals event 23. But won't it crash if the event doesn't exist when I try to set it? So I do like copy this, space paste this. It'll be like my unique event number equals game map event 23. But won't it crash when it can't find event my unique event number? Or do we have to put, because it's crashing on 4, it was crashing on 412, but now it'll crash on 413. It will actually still crash on 412 because this is still undefined, right? Or do I have to do underscore events array index my unique event number? $5 super chat from Corey. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that. Nah, son, it's cheaper to get white gold teeth implants with diamonds, and then it'll run you around $22,000.
Damn. No kidding.
Yeah, that sounds like the route I would go.
I would want regular looking teeth.
I would go if it was cheaper.
You could get some white gold veneers to put over them or something.
If it was cheaper, and I had the option, I would do gold teeth. I'm not even joking.
I tried to picture you with gold teeth.
I'd just be like, I would just go everywhere.
That'd be ridiculous.
Oh, new game event 7,23. So on map 7. Oh, no shit. So you just create the same event again. But okay, but we need multiples, right? So, oh, right, because we're saying this event ID is this new event of the same. Oh my God, that's so good! It's so good. All right, game map dot underscore events of this new thing. This thing. So we're saying this new thing is this a new version of this one, and then refresh it because it looks fancy. It makes a new copy of it. Freaking! But then will it be event, my unique event number, or do I still have to reference it as... the problem is when it gets to line 416, I have a feeling it's going to still crash. If we're trying to identify it, maybe not. Well, let's see. Because remember we went into the index is different than the identifier of it. Whatever, let's try it, because that's the only way we'll know for sure. Boom. It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum. Connect to a new account. Blah, 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 blah. I asked my art director to make me new new account and logins, but she's been very busy.
I don't know. She's really lazy. You need to get on her.
Lazy. You see, I went with busy. Oh my shit, it didn't crash. But it also didn't set the update properly, so maybe I'm doing something wrong here. It didn't crash though. That's good. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. I appreciate that. That puts us over $100 in super chat revenue today, mostly from you, and we really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
She says, one more step though.
He says, nah, Vino, I got the hookup, son. My face card holds weight.
I don't know what that means. What's a face card?
He's like people skills. He has connections.
Oh, he has connections.
He's got connections. Yeah.
He's got gold tooth with diamond studs connections.
The hookup is, he knows the right person.
I want to see Vino sporting some gold studs. That'd be cool. Gold teeth.
Corey, that's the price per side. You have a top and a bottom side. Some kind of specialized ceramic implants is what I was looking at. So it's still $44K. So he's saying he's got the hookup. He'll get them both for $22. Thank you, Corey. One more step, though. Don't forget step 2, creating this sprite. Examples at sprite set _ map. Okay, so we got to go to create characters. Let's close this. We do have to create the sprite. The event exists, but the sprite, and the event could be following us as it's updated and told to do so, but the sprite does not exist, so it can't do the thing. It didn't crash, though, so I'm very happy about that, because it doesn't crash, I know that if we are able to draw the sprite, we'll be able to change it, and we'll be able to set it, and we can use all of the pre-existing commands. So that's a big, big moment for me, even though I didn't see anything. I already know, because it didn't crash. So we need to draw the sprite. He's telling us to look inside of probably objects, and we're looking for sprite set _ map. So let's do a control F over here for sprite set class. Sprite set class _ map. No results. Let's just use create characters. Create char actors. Okay, so it's not in the objects. That's okay. I thought it would be an object. Hey, Zariab, still helping Drifty.
Managers. It's probably
That's super nice of you, Janine. What is that supposed to be in Zariab? Thank you. Thank you, Janine, for helping me. And what's up, Zariab? How you doing?
Vino says he's paying you $5 to change the song.
What? Are we on repeat?
Change that song.
Has it been on repeat?
Is it on repeat?
Play It's been repeating the same track the whole time.
Oh my gosh, that's
Listen, I
hilarious.
phase it out. I don't even listen to it. I don't listen to anything.
Oops.
It has been. We've been in a
Sorry.
battle.
Sorry, Vino.
We have been battling. Oh, it has. Now the beat has changed. It's been a good. I've been in a battle, so I feel like I've been in battle mode. Thank you, Vino, for the $5. Pay to change that we've had the same song for days now. Please, no more. I give you the YouTube ones I want if you want. No,
Oh,
no.
Janine's like, this is my favorite song. Vino, no.
I've been fighting. We've been fighting. Luckily, Janine's been here to help me battle this creature.
I don't have my headphones on, so I couldn't tell.
Nobody's. It's just me and Vino listening. Oh, and Janine listening to it.
That's hilarious.
Sorry about that. Did I change it to shuffle? I hear a baby waking up. There's a baby waking up. Order is shuffle. So it's just going to jump around now. He's had it since last week. I'm losing my mind. Have I really been looping the same battle music for all these streams? Oh my God. I can't possibly have done that and not noticed. Why? I am so sorry, Vino. No wonder you're a Mad Hatter. You've gone insane by listening to the same background music. Okay, the same track nonetheless. I have to find create character. It's not in core. It's not in here. So let's open a file. What am I doing? Being dumb. Okay. Sprites. It's probably in sprites, right? Yeah, it's in sprites. Question mark out of 2? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, 2 of 2.
Vino says he's had it since last week. I'm losing my mind.
Drifty is waging psychic ops against us and we didn't even notice.
But Janine says it's the only reason she's coming here.
Oh, gosh.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm conflicted.
Oh, no.
Janine's straight helping so much. I need to put it back. Sorry, Vino.
Do you remember which one it is?
No, it was one of the battle ones. Create characters. Okay, this underscore character sprite for loop a constant event of game maps dot events this dot underscore characters push new sprite character event. So I would just do new sprite character. Let's do this. Just character sprite. Hold on. Push new sprite character for vehicle. Push new sprite character for follower. Push new sprite character for game player. We're going to do event. So we're going to be looking at this code right here. So let me copy this real quick. We're definitely not using this like the literal translation of this. And this is in RMMZ underscore sprites. My alarm ringtone. Okay. Now that it exists, game map dot underscore events. Gosh dang it, I'll just copy it. Can we just do dot and set it as a property of that? Dot underscore character sprites equals new sprite character, and we put event 23 because we're going to set it anyway, right? We just need to give it a sprite. I don't think that's right. Let me console log and see if I'm able to pull up this data at all. Oops, I need to copy it. Janine says, let me help you out. First, we want the sprite set itself. It's a little complicated, but here it is. Sprite set equals scene manager dot scene dot underscore scene. What? Okay, hold on. What? Scene manager. Why scene manager? Okay, hold on. Dot scene dot underscore sprite set. I'm such a noob. God, you know that moment when you're like, oh, I've learned and I can do stuff now, and then like you get a little bit farther and you're like, how come I don't know anything after all this time? I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just like learning a language, literally. You know, you can learn a lot, but there's still a lot left to learn.
Yep.
I've been learning English my entire life. I still don't know a huge chunk of it, so
Yep.
it's just what it is.
What is words?
What are words? See? You needed a lesson right there.
See, that was on purpose, my love. It's okay. Scene manager dot underscore scene dot underscore sprite. The dry humor. It's so very. Scene manager dot underscore scene dot underscore sprite set. Wait, is it okay to try and save sprites in save files? Scene manager. The scene map holds the sprite set map. Okay. Scene map is scene manager dot underscore scene. Sprite set underscore map equals scene manager dot underscore scene underscore sprite. Okay. So inside scene manager underscore scene data exists the underscore sprite set data, which holds event 23 sprite. Do I need to give it a sprite? Because I'm going to change it, right? So it's all good. Let me comment out my broken shit here. But now we have the sprite set underscore map, so we can add sprites to it. So scene manager dot underscore sprite dot underscore sprite set. Let's create the sprite itself. So we can say dot something equals, right? Hold on, I'm gonna leave it like this. Janine, you're awesome. Once again, YouTube thinks you're trying to hack the matrix of its thing, and it's like hiding your stuff, but I'm showing it. So we're gonna say let sprite equal new sprite sprite character game map dot underscore events my unique event number. Censorship again. I stand by eat the rich. Hashtag eat the rich. There's a baby. Hi, honey bunny. You are such a cutie. You gonna come get daddy? Yeah. You wanna say hi to everybody? Say hi. You say hi. Tell everybody hi. You can't see them, huh? It's hard for a 20-month-old to understand that. A wild lily appears. Did you have a big nappy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel good? Yeah. Are you hungry? You want to eat mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to eat mommy.
Oh, guys.
Did Josh wake you up? I heard you say Josh. Can you see the microphone? Can you tell everybody, say hi? You're just whispering. I love you. You love Dada?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's all that matters. That's what matters.
Mama.
You wanna get mama now?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get mama. Skips this. You can get mommy. You can get mommy now. Greetings again, small human. Okay, I was...
What do you want?
Mama.
More nana?
Mama.
She wants mama nunums. She wants to eat mommy. So now we have a sprite and we're telling it track this event. Now we add to sprite set storage
Do you want to eat mommy?
the underscore character sprites of the sprite set. Now just focus her rage on the rich. Truly, you are the best at taking things out of context. So, like this. I know, I'm sorry. I'm still grasping at it and a little distracted. Scene manager dot underscore scene underscore sprite set dot underscore character. My God. Okay. Sprite set dot underscore character sprites. Hold on. No, not sprite. Character, right? Character sprites. That's a thing. Dot underscore character sprites dot push SPR. Okay, so I know what that's doing. That's adding the new sprite character that we created, which is my unique event number on that map, to the scene manager. Oh, the scene manager, because that's going to draw it, because you're rendering it through this. That's a long string, and I probably never would have come to this, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe a year from now. I don't know. But thank you. Let me see if I can make it, if it works, if we got it working here. I suppose I should remove my broken stuff. That is not the way. I have spoken. That is not the way you do it. Why do I have the need to, I don't know. Creating objects in the game is a hassle. One more line. Okay, one more line. We need one more thing to see if it works. Or to make it work. We added to the array for storage. Now we must add to the renderer. So scene manager is where it's stored instead of where it's rendering. So this is saying the data that the scene manager has for the scene about the sprite set of this particular sprite. We're adding a new sprite character that we just created above it right here by copying one of the events that already exist on the game. Wow, this is awesome. This is so cool. Scene manager, scene, sprite set, tile map, add child sprite. Okay. Scene manager dot underscore scene dot underscore sprite set. Shit, I'm gonna have to credit Janine on this now as well. There's some people I've got to credit. Tile map dot add child sprite, because I'll probably be using this. No, add child is real. It's called a child object. For Pixie, you need add child. Yeah, child parent are common terms, and Janine says, nah, no need. I like teaching. Well, then I'm going to credit you as my teacher. How about that? Here we go. Are you ready for it? Where's the description? Here we go. At the end, credits to many people whose name will appear here by the end of things. Blah, 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 blah. Current is Janine G.
Learning is awesome.
Teacher. How
Keep
about
teaching.
that? Also, Sir Legna, also a teacher. He's helped me. Zariab likes to troll me more than help me, so I'm going to credit him as a troll.
No. Zariab's awesome.
Zariab is awesome.
He taught me. Zariab opened the doors for me, teaching me how to look at the sources.
Zariab's great. I know. It's just part of the fun.
I know.
So grim. Yep, Zariab's getting credited as the troll. But he did make it though. His name is there. Actually, the saving function, the idea of how I'm doing it is from Yanfly actually. Teacher. Yep. Also, Tony, he's helped. Tony's helped. I think I pissed Tony off the other day. He's like, you don't get it! Why are you not getting it? I'm like, I'm sorry, Tony, my small brain doesn't let me. I'm sure he had a working solution. Maybe I just didn't fully do everything he said, or I don't know. Maybe I followed through on what he said, and we've learned that the way that he said by changing the ID doesn't change the event. So I don't think that would have worked. We went as far as we could with it, and then it didn't work. And then I took it out and tried to do for loops, and then I crashed the game by infinitely looping it.
Yeah,
then I tried to do whiles, and that's what we took out today.
Line 417 has an error, and Janine pointed out.
Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. I got distracted. 417. Maybe I was scrolling in it because 417. I probably moved stuff around. That's right. I added lines, so it's probably in here.
423 now.
Dot underscore character sprites. Is that what we got to add? Let me
Yeah.
scroll up.
Yeah.
Underscore character sprites. Okay. Because it's the data of character sprites that are in the sprite set that is in the scene of the scene manager. Gotcha. It is time. Now we test it. Okay, so let's see. What do we have going on? The player enters the map and it sends a signal to the server, and the server pings back this data, and then the client is listening for the enter map, and it hears it, and it says, okay, let's make my unique event number, which is scoped globally, the same as draw player order, which is what the number the server gave it. And then we're saying game app underscore events. My unique event number is a new game event that's a copy of event number 23 on map 7. Now we're going to make a temporary variable named SPR for sprite. We're going to say a new sprite character. Game map underscore events, passing in that thing that we just created. Scene manager underscore scene underscore sprite set underscore character sprites push this sprite that we created into the scene manager, and then we need to add child to the tile map so it knows that it should be there, and then pointless refresh tile events because I like it and it looks fancy. And then we're going to do game map events. We're going to set the image of that since now it exists and it's being rendered, so it's created in the database there, and then it's rendering here because it's adding that, so that'll render it and draw it. Then we can change it since it's being rendered, and then we can change its position. And now we'll also be able to track its X and Y location, because when we move, we hijacked the function that the direction. So when we hijacked the function of on player walk. So when you move, it turns on switch number 2, and then we made a common event so that when switch number 2 is running, the player tracker turns on, and it tracks the X and the Y of the map and the map ID of the player, and it sends it a signal so that when the player walks around, then the server gets a signal from the client, and the server tells all the other people who are on that map using namespaces in socket that the player has moved, and it should draw and show the player. Right? Everyone followed that. Everyone is where we're at now, and the culmination is probably me crashing because I did something stupid. But if it works, yeah, boy. Oh my freaking! Freaking! Oh my freaking! You know what we need to do? Is change this to say stepping and through. Okay? Okay. Because see, now it's just a static image. But if he's also it's probably called, no, I can go through it. It's fine though. Let's F5 and do it again and see if it updated.
Lily's favorite word so far, Veroclaw? Ew.
Yeah.
That's how she asks for us to put on like movies or music for her.
All movies and music are EU thanks to the box.
Yeah. Ew.
That one song.
Ew. It was her first song that she really liked, so she had to learn a word to ask to listen to it. And
when that song first came out, she was like, EW, because she liked it. She likes hip hop music.
She does.
So
yesterday I was listening to music and she was ignoring it for the most part until System of a Down came on, and then she ran over, jumped on my lap, and started dancing.
So she likes hip hop and metal.
Yeah.
That's my baby. Hell yeah. So it's not it's not animating it. It doesn't.
So they're discussing that there's maybe a better way of doing this now that you've accomplished it.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I've already done this.
Rewriting things is fine, guys. Don't like avoid telling Drifty that he's got to scrap it and rewrite it, because we rewrite our code all the time.
Yeah, I'm fine with restarting it over because
Yeah.
I've already done that 8 times. This is like the 8th or 9th time that I've had to do the same thing. So like, it's fine. It's all good. Zeriab says...
It's funny. She'll be out in the living room, though, and her brothers aren't paying attention, and she wants her show turned on, and we'll just hear her yelling, "Eat O's!"
Yeah, they have like headphones on.
not paying
They're
attention.
playing like a
She's just
multiplayer
getting
game
louder and
online.
louder.
Yeah. She's like, EO! EO! And her brothers are just oblivious and just ignore her for the longest time until she screams at them.
All right, so Janine says, not even a rewrite, just moving code into separate functions for organization purposes.
Sure, we can do that.
Hell yeah.
$2 super chat from Vino. He's saying, okay, then scrap it and rewrite it. Do it now. Thank you, Vino, for the $2. Appreciate that.
I'm going to start on a different plugin.
Yeah, you should. That'd be cool.
Yeah, the one I'm doing right now, the same wall, 4 days. I'm done banging my head up against the wall. Time to go on to something else.
This is called refactoring. Yeah, boy. Thank you, Zeriab. I'm good at copying when people send me code. But you know what? It helps me learn. I really appreciate it. I'm not at this point, I am a humble student, and I sincerely appreciate your time, attention, and effort, because I understand that teaching can be very, very difficult, and I hope and pray that I am a good student. Just don't expect me to call you senpai, because I will throw up in my mouth and then swallow it and be like, okay, senpai. Drifty, you're actually not that good at copying. Damn it! I can't do anything right! I'm never going to be good enough for you, Zeriab!
Oh no, what's happening? I leave the room for a second and Drifty's yelling.
I'm just never good enough for Zeriab!
Zeriab, if you're still willing to bang your head up against the wall with me, I'm more than happy to continue. I just have run out of ideas myself, so I definitely need help. Drifter Gaming, you're actually not that good at copying. Okay. I like Zeriab.
I know you do, because he trolls the shit out of me.
He speaks to my soul.
He's very talented, and he's very good, and he likes to have a laugh at my expense every now and then, and it's fine.
You know,
It's
we
fine.
have a lot in common, Zariab and I.
Yeah.
The second part mostly.
It's just like, let's just pat ourselves on the back then. Vino, damn it, I'm losing everyone. Vino, how could you side with Zariab?
How's it going? How's it
Now I will spam you with MIDI keys.
How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join us on Discord, follow us. How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, I am absolutely Zariab. Teach me JavaScript scoping. I will learn slowly and painfully, but I
scoping-
will happily learn.
Scoping took a while, and I still have scoping issues, but I've pretty much got my scoping down to when I know that I'm getting an error, I know it's because it's lost the data. But like now, I scope a lot of things globally. I understand scopeling. Listen, I am the best at scopeling. Nobody can scopeling like me.
You know what I was doing yesterday? Because I knew scoping has something to do with it. I was putting my commands in every possible place and scope that you could think of in my code. Because I've just run out of things to do. I've run out of ideas.
Anyway, so this works, but we haven't tested it with two people. So we might still end up having the same person fight. I don't think so. I think we're going to have our own.
Scopeling's a cute enemy. They'd be like little...
Oh my god, that actually does sound like...
telescopes.
Oh, it does sound like a really good creature for your game, huh?
It does. That's a cool name.
Scopeling.
It is pleasing.
Yeah,
I
very
like
nice. Good job, Zariab.
Is it a word smash? Was there two words in there? Scopeling?
No, just scope.
No, it was just scope all messed up.
It was just me being stupid. And then Zariab being good at copying.
At least somebody is.
God, what the... I can't do anything for anyone.
No, I'm with Drifty though. It's hard when you're streaming. You could do it perfectly fine off of a stream, but there's so many complexities added to when you're streaming that you're going to miss things that you normally wouldn't. It's just the way it is. The nature of the beast. It was to you said it. I just copied her.
Did you say scopeling or was it me?
No, you said scopeling.
I don't even remember.
I just like neurotically repeat your typos, your speakos, your tacos.
My tacos. That's good. That's really good. You have to say typos first and then speakos and then tacos.
Yes.
For that joke to land. Pocalatte says, my Spanish teacher can teach me a new word and I'll say it right back to them. After 3 new words, they ask me what the first one was and I just stare at them.
Yes, that's what learning a language is like.
¿Dónde estás el sanitario?
I
¿Dónde
swear.
el baño?
I spent hundreds of hours trying to learn a language. Can I speak it? No. Not at all.
Janine says, on the topic of stepping, try doing game map_events id.set step anime to true.
Yeah.
I noticed that yesterday when T was looking through a bunch of the JS plugins, the core plugins, that a lot of animations are just abbreviated anime.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Also, I have like a bajillion different forms of code to tell you when a character is looking in a certain direction or moving in a certain direction.
Oh yeah,
So-
we'll have to do that too. That'll be
Yeah.
the next thing that we add.
I could practically copy paste you something.
I'm a man of one thing, Drifty 2020. Did I say that last year? I probably did. I don't even
Probably.
doubt Vino anymore. It's just like he probably has it written down on a whiteboard somewhere.
Well, if you search Drifty 2020 on default font, you'll see a list of great
Yes,
quotes from
yes,
Drifty.
Yes.
I've been keeping a log.
In the toilet.
Yep.
I get those poop jokes. Okay, let's do that on the update, or no? Is it just set up here? Let's put it at the end after it's already going. Game map._events my unique event number index dot set step anime to true. True. It's strange that since I copied event 23. It didn't like inherit that. You would think it would inherit that. Maybe I didn't save it or something? I don't know. So that leads me to believe, unless it was I didn't save or something like that, that when you copy an event like this to say make a new event on this map with this ID, it doesn't inherit all of the properties? Huh. Because you would assume it would just copy the entire object, but it didn't start the stepping thing. So maybe it doesn't copy the entire, it doesn't inherit all properties. It just like copies a framework of it or something, and it skips like some arrays or some, properties in the object. I'm not sure. But I love learning this. This is so much fun for me. This is truly like my dream job. Like what I do on a daily basis is what I love to be doing. And I feel so lucky and so blessed to be doing this. So thank you guys sincerely. Let's update this and let me restart. There's two things that we have to do. We have to restart the client a couple of times with the same server running to see if it works with each number. We also need to run multiple people on it at the same time. So I want to try that. Kyo Kame says, Drifty, one day you'll be a millionaire. Wow. Doubt, but still, that's really cool. If you said that, did you say that? I appreciate that. That's very, very good.
Especially since if he's a millionaire, that means I'm a millionairess.
Millionairess. I'm the Baroness. My rich
I'd be okay with that.
husband.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm all right with this. Thank you, Kyo. How are you doing? Okay, so still no animation, no anime. So maybe it does copy. Maybe it does copy all the properties. Syria, millionaire in what currency? I get, it's all relative there. I could have a million. What are they called? What is a very, very low? Is it Ugandan currency? What is the currency where you need a lot to have like a dollar? It's like 10,000 of them. It doesn't matter.
A lot of currencies.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, pesos, yen.
Pesos, no. You only need like 9 pesos to make a dollar.
Really? What about yen? Don't you need like 100?
100 yen.
100 yen.
Yen is like a penny or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Peso
rubles. Rubles.
That's what it was. Rubles. It was rubles.
Yeah.
Pesos to dollar. You need 20 pesos. Okay. You need 19 something pesos to make a dollar, but that's not a lot. Rubles. Ruble to dollar. Wow, 0.14. A Russian ruble. So let's say $1. How many? $1 is 73 rubles. Okay, let's do yen to ruble to duble. Yen to dollar. So yen is so far there. Let's do $1 is 103.8 yen. So it's like 1 to 100 approximately. It depends on the market as well. So far it's yen.
Lira.
Lira. Lira to dollar.
5 million to $1 US. Wow, I bet you people in Turkey really know high denominations, like numbers. They probably don't bother these people.
What? Where do you get that? Because no, look.
Ziryab says, Driftwood Gaming, I had 5 million Turkish lira. They're outdated though. Those 5 million is about 1 USD.
Oh, okay, because the current Turkish lira is 1 to 7.5.
Oh.
So if you have a dollar,
lira.
yeah, the old lira, I guess because they became so inflated, they had to restart their economy with a new lira.
Oh.
Right. So
I want 1 million in euros.
The
That'd be
euros
great.
are worth more than dollars.
That's what I'm
Euro
talking
to
about.
dollar. The British pound is also okay. So a $1 is only 0.82 euros.
Mm-hmm.
What about pound $2?
Wait, euros?
Euros? No. It's,
Right. Okay, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I was
so it's like
reversing
$1.30 or $1.20.
So is the pound?
1 pound is $1.36.
Is the pound worth more than the euro?
They usually are around the same pound to euro. They're almost the same. Right now, the pound is worth more.
All right, I want to be a millionaire
I think
pounds.
that might have something to
I
do
want
with
a million pounds
Yeah.
on my butt.
But donk donk donk. That's some
Shake
junk.
that moneymaker.
That's some junk in the trunk right there. All right, where are we at? Hold on, I don't want to miss anything important here. I got to read everybody.
Wow. Okay. $1 to Vietnamese dong. That's a money. That's a currency. Dong.
Of course it is.
Wow. $23,000. Or 23,000 dongs.
$1 is 23,000 dongs. This is my new favorite currency. Dongs. You have to pay. Everyone has to pay me super chat in dongs now. Just kidding. Don't do that. You just waste money on a conversion.
I didn't know there was a money called dongs.
So now you have to see how much money is a million dongs. Because a million dongs. Kyo says, I'm delightful, dropping in around every now and then to hear your voice. Thank you so much for tuning in, Kyo. Appreciate that.
I really literally did not know that there was a money type called dong. What do you call it? Money unit? Is it a unit?
Yeah, it's a unit of
They're
money.
units of dong?
Yeah. How many dong units do you need?
Look at my dong unit. Wow. That's amazing. Now I want to know what all the money's called. There's got to be some other good ones out there.
This is my new favorite topic. What, dongs or...
43 US dollars equals 1 million Vietnamese dongs.
Really? Are you sure it's not 430? 43, huh?
43.
Yep, 43. I could be a Vietnamese millionaire with 43 bucks. Hell, I'm already a Vietnamese. This stream super chat made me a Vietnamese millionaire.
Yeah, I don't know if you can beat the dong. You're right, Vero. The dong is hard to beat.
Oh, trust me, you can beat the dong. Drifty's a dong
God.
millionaire? Yes. I'm a dong millionaire. Okay, back to what I was saying. Like, maybe it does copy all the properties, right? But it's just not, the way we're rendering it, it does not show the character walking. Right? So it's not animating.
I don't know.
I wonder
just thinking
why.
About money now, specifically dong money.
My God.
All right, I'm paying attention now. I swear.
It's all good. It's all good. The event isn't updating for some strange reason. What if we made the event a parallel? Do you think it would have mattered at all? It would do anything? I don't think so. So let's look at the base event. The base event that we're copying is set to walking, stepping, and through. But it seems to be like it was trying to step, because here's how I can tell. It's not on its first middle value. Look how the bottom character is actually the player. Both feet are down. But then if you look at the top character, he's got the first index on. So it started drawing the stepping. It started drawing the stepping animation. But then it froze because, like Janine said, for some reason it's not actually updating. So it does have those properties. It does inherit those properties when we created it as a copy of 23, but for some reason it doesn't continue to update. It's like a static frame. So that's interesting. Yes, I would love to do that, Janine. Let's console log. Let's try something. What did you have in mind? Let's just see. $game map dot. It should be 500 right now. So if I put 500, gosh damn it, I can't even. Dot. No, doesn't see it. Game map. Oh, dot event. I'm stupid. Sorry. Event 500. What? Well, we can use my unique as well. Okay, so it finds it if we look for game map.event, my unique event number, right? And let's look up what is my unique event number. 505. So it's already, because I didn't restart the server. Oh, it's working. That's great. So this is proof that it works if the server doesn't get restarted, and it increments the number. Another thing we have to test is if it'll work with multiplayer. So what I should do once we figure out why it's not updating, var old update equal game map.update. The stream is one for the archives for sure. Thank you, Skepsis. Game map.update equal function old update. And instead of 505, yeah, let's try that, okay? Let old update equal $game map dot update. Not function though. It's just update without, you don't want the function. It doesn't say function. Okay, that's fine. New line. I guess it doesn't matter for a new line. We'll just say $game map dot update equal function old update run $game map dot event. In this case 505 just for testing, otherwise we'd put in the number of my unique. In fact, let's do that because this is the way it would be in the code. We just showed that it's actually still 505 dot update. Whoops, actually game map dot update equal function scene active. We have to call scene active? Why? Or we're passing in data saying this function receives data from the active scene, and this function is calling old update and game map event 505.update. Yeah, it's a param we pass through, right? Needed an old update. Wait, an old update? You need it here? But you said... Now I'm confused. Driftwood Gaming. Millionaire currency? Dong. Exactly. $game map.update equal function scene active. I'm going to leave it here unless you tell me that's wrong, right? Scene active. Old update. Also scene active. Oh, you're right. I'm stupid. Sorry. Scene active. Game map 505.update. Okay, let's run that. Let's see what happens. Unexpected identifier. Where did I mess up? I'm defining this. Maybe I have to just... Oh, maybe I have to do this one at a time, right? Cut this out. Okay, let old update equal game map.update. And then game map.update... You know, sometimes you can't one line everything like that. It does need new line. Okay, so it did crash at this point. I needed an end line. I could have put it on one line if I would have put an end line, right? So I just set up old update, and this one says function. What is he saying here? ... is not a function. It crashed the game though, because I did something stupid. Oh my god. Let me try again. Drifty likes to tell lies? What do you mean? Oh, I'm stupid. Thank you, Zariab.
He's not stupid.
Well, I've never thanked someone for calling me a liar, but I guess I just did.
Quit telling lies.
Yeah.
Just stop
Just
it.
did, didn't I? So it's still stuck on the first frame. Console log. Obviously, we didn't change shit, so of course it's still there. It still remembers what we did. Let's go like this and just do inline, because I forgot to do an inline. GameMap.update equal function scene active inline. No, not inline there. Wait, where do we put the inline? We're defining GameMap.update, and we're saying update is a function, scene active, old update, scene active, GameMap.event, my unique event number.update. No, I had it perfect. It was just going to fail. It was just error. Try instead. GameMap.update function. Go. Boy, quit playing. No, it didn't do anything. Wow, it's not letting me have him as a trailer. There he is. Oh wait, did he change his foot? No, he didn't change. He's still the same frame. Okay, Janine says try old update, scene active, arrow function, old update dot apply this comma arguments. Yeah, it's not arrow function. He's saying and then this. Okay, hold on. Let me just cut this. Old update not defined. Do you literally use minus like that? That I've never seen that. That's not right. Hold on. Do two things you had before, but change this arrow that. Okay, show. Hashtag censorship on Janine. Let me copy paste this. This is how we should do it. I should just copy paste. What am I doing? Okay, so I copy pasted you here. So like oh my gosh, it's still live. What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it?
4:37. We gotta go. Should probably go. All right, I guess not.
It's still early. What are you talking about?
All right, fine. T, entertain them.
Okay. How would you guys like to be entertained? Tell me how to entertain you. What's the most entertaining thing I can do? I wasn't paying attention, so I have no idea what's happening. Trying to understand what Zeriab's telling me about my code. It's a scoping thing. Scoping is difficult in JS. Set up a campfire and tell us a story. Okay, once there was this guy, and his name was Drifty, and he was really cool, and he had a sexy voice, and I heard him on the internet, and I fell in love with him, and we got married and had a baby. The end. Good story? Yeah! Oh, he's answering me. Zeriab says, in JavaScript, it is either of local or global scope. Okay, that just made me even more confused. I have no idea what that is. I can do it. Thank you, Janine. Oh, yeah. Where is it? I'm not fast enough. Nothing at all. Nothing's going on at all. It's not happening out here now.
You didn't even comment right.
I was in a rush, okay?
You backslashed instead of... That's fine. We can leave that.
Damn it.
We can leave that.
Mission failed, guys.
Success. Just... No, actually, this would be more trolly because it would crash the program.
And it would say...
T undefined.
T loves Drifty undefined. Oh, yeah, T
probably
undefined,
say T undefined,
right?
yeah. Unexpected. Regex. / T loves Drifty is unexpected regex.
Caillou, my name. Literally just a shortened form of my real name, which I hate, and I'm never going to tell you what it is.
Her name is Taekwondo.
T, I can handle.
Janine, I cry every time. I needed to create old update first. Okay, sorry. F5. I'm gonna do it. All right. We're gonna do it. Gonna do it. Do it. New account. Blah, 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 blah.
My real name is T-Saurus Rex. Yes, T-Saurus Rex.
Yep.
That's my name.
It's a pretty good name.
And now can you blame me for going by T? Caleb came into the room the other day and he goes, "Can you guys believe?" And he's dying, right? He can't even talk. He couldn't even tell us the story
He's
for
10.
like
He's a 10-year-old, by the way.
He couldn't even tell us the story for like 5 straight minutes because every time he tried to talk, he would bust out laughing.
And we're like, okay, get to it.
He said somebody named their kid Monster.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, though.
It really tickled him. He thought that was hilarious.
Okay. Okay. I need to do something first. Obviously. Do 2 things you had before. Right, this is 2 things. No, why? Fucking fuck. I thought that was the first thing. I'm gonna do it, Janine. Hold on. Yeah, we need to be on the other scene to really test. Because we need to, like, yeah, just like that. Okay. We need to define old update. Why don't we just write it in the code? I don't get why we have to console log this shit. All right. Define it first. Boom. Okay, this was the one. We're defining GameApp.update. Okay. It says unexpected identifier, but it did not crash the game. That's our definition. We defined it. Then, oh no, that's not right. This was the one. Boom. Okay, so that definition crashes the game. The definition crashes the game. Hold on. Am I too far back? No, it got to go farther back. Old update. Where was the first one? Gosh, why does my brain... Why does this even... No, that was the first thing. Drifty walks into a bar. The bar crashes.
Ow. That's what happens.
It's great.
Though.
It's great.
Yesterday, I think Drifty went a little crazy. He was like, "Oh yeah, Drifty version 18 is gonna make it for sure. This is the guy. This is the winner. He's the real deal." And he would walk in and it would crash. And so finally, he just started rocking back and forth and humming.
That's
and which would have been fine for like 30 seconds, but it lasted for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, "Honey, are you okay?"
I was listening to some music to go zen. Listen, I needed to go zen, and I turned it up really loud.
The code was breaking him.
It was like attempt number 7 or 8 of scratching it and restarting.
Days.
Since Friday.
Yeah.
I've been doing this since Friday.
Absolute torture.
Now look, copy paste, I can do that. Let's do that. Okay, we've defined old update. Uncaught syntax, sure, that's fine. It doesn't matter, right? That's still good. I copy pasted you there. Right? So whatever it said that's it. We've defined old update. There was something weird at the start of the copy. All right, so. Oh yeah, what was that weird shit? What the hell? That was what was causing the problem. Good eye, Janine. I didn't see the little red circle. Like, what was like a weird YouTube text copy or something? But there, you typed it right, and it was some weird crap that caused the syntax. Anyway, now it's defined a function, and it's given us a function that we can look at. A funky function. Sweet. Now that we've done that, great. It is drawing the dude. It is doing it. He is totally moving around like a Billy Boss. He is animating, and shit is good. So why don't we just take that code?
Wait, did you read this line of text here? I'm screaming at the computer.
I
Cops
did.
are knocking at the door. They think I'm being murdered, but no, just watching Drifty. I love this.
I didn't know YouTube was going to put a weird little red circle in front of the whole thing.
That's a great short
I didn't even
story.
see it. I'm like, it looks fine to me. Enter uncaught syntax. I'm like, why? I don't know what we did wrong, but that's what I copied. When I copy pasted it, it puts a little weird thing at the beginning.
Wait, Vino says I await the day one of their kids runs into the room and says my name on stream. But my name to my children is Mom.
They'll
Thank
just
you
be
very
like,
much.
Mom!
Yeah.
Mom!
I don't think they've ever called me by my name.
Some weird conflict with Vigistella stuff? Maybe. Quite possibly. Hey, it's working though. Oh, my freaking. My freaking. Janine, you don't understand the consequences of your actions. When are you gonna learn? So let's put that at the end. Boom. There we go. Sure, let's do all that. Because I'm using ES6 though, I'm gonna use let. Get over it. Yes. Okay, now what I have to do, I must doeth. This is a thing that must be doneeth because I'm tired of seeing a spammage. Where's it at? Do I have it loaded? Do I have it running? Do I do the thing? Nope. SQL is running. Database. Refresh. Look at all these attempts. There were several attempts made. Delete them all. Okay, the database is empty. There's no save files. Okay, let's restart the server. Has to be tested from scratch when we do stuff like this. And then I'm gonna, what the fuck? Okay, sorry, my bad. Invalid or unexpected token. Is it coming from the YouTube copy? Is it like right here? It's like a weird thing at the beginning. It's on the client, so I don't need to restart the server anymore. It was an invisible weird little formatting. I like went before it and deleted like something and then backspace the tab.
Oh, I hate those.
It's like an invisible character.
Yes, I've had that before where I have two instances of the same thing and they look identical, but if I copy and paste the second one that's working into the first one, it works. So
Yeah.
there's something I couldn't see.
It has something to do with when you copy from the live stream. Like when you copy from the
Yes,
text in
some
the live
formatting.
stream. There's like a little token at the beginning
Yep.
that the YouTube live stream uses, like it's part of something.
maddening.
But it in a regular UTF-8 or something, it doesn't know what it is.
Everything should have a copy as plain text option. Everything,
Yeah.
everywhere. Should be law. Should be the law.
Yeah, dog.
I like to dynamically create methods. Ziria, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm just like, hey, maybe this will work. Clack, 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 clack. And sometimes it does. And I'm like, yay. And I don't always understand why.
Right, hold on. I see. Okay, all right. Look, I know this doesn't need to be here. Game app.update equal functions, and I'm overwriting the same definition constantly. But come on now. Come on, bro. All right, here's what I'm going to do. For you, Zariab, I'm going to cut it out of here.
Vino says, when I became a teen, I rebelled, and I would call my mother by her first name just to drive her crazy. I would give you a tent and make you live on the lawn. Go ahead, call me by my first name.
Let's define a function up here above same, since it's a smaller one. Look, boom. We're gonna make a function. This is our GameMap.update function. All right, we're making it, right? So it could be here. It's fine that it's here. It runs, it's there. And now when we call it here, oh my gosh, what did I do? Trust me, I have no idea what I held down control and I hit like A, S, Q at the same time. Did I do it bad? I don't know what I did. Let old update equal GameMap.update.
Yeah, except Vino, if you were my kids, you wouldn't want to do that. They're stuck in front of their fancy computers all day.
Oh no, this won't work because I have to define old update first. Alright, never mind. Shut up. I don't know what I'm doing. In case you don't know.
Imposter
It only works
syndrome is
here.
real.
What'll happen is it'll say old update is not defined because it'll try to do it at the top and it'll be like, that's a scoping issue, right? So because I knew, right? Driftwood Gaming, did you just try to define a function on GameMap before it was defined? No, I didn't. I did not do that. Shut up. You didn't see anything. Video proof where it didn't happen. Drifting knows enough to be dangerous. Okay. Var old update equals game map dot prototype dot update. Game map dot prototype dot update equals function. Right, so look, this doesn't need to be here, right? I just call the function, like I create it at the top, and then I call it in here, right? That's what I do. I got Oreos, be jealous? Dude, if you got coffee and Oreos, then hashtag jealous. So let me cut this out. Can I do it that way? Because it doesn't need to be in here, right? It doesn't. I don't need to define that every time. I think that's what Zared was saying. Look, I understand. I'm okay if you want to shit on me. It's fine. Because I do things that deserve to be shit on. But at the same time, I'm catching up. Boy. I'm absorbing that shit. Alright, so we're gonna define a function. We're gonna let old update equal game map dot update. Nope. Yep. Nope. Game map dot. No, you already told me this. Var old update equals game map. Oh yeah, that's right. Shut up. Hold up. See, now we're accessing the class, right? Class game map dot prototype. We're creating a new method dot update. We're saying equals yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, calling somebody stupid is bad, but saying what you're doing is stupid is not necessarily bad. I understand that. And they should be taken differently. I agree. So I rephrase what I said then. It's okay if you want to shit on what I'm doing, because sometimes what I'm doing needs to be shit on. All right, that's true. That's true. I redact.
Vino says he would run an extension cord. To whose electricity, Vino? You don't get it. They'd live on the lawn until they showed respect and not use the things I pay for. We're talking about kids calling their parents like by their name just to piss them off.
Yeah.
I think you underestimate the depths of my stubbornness, Vino.
Let's see. Equals. Shut up. I'm gonna do it ES6.
It's beautiful. It's all beautiful. I have no idea what's going on, but it's gorgeous.
I'm doing things that's probably gonna mess stuff up
I'm sure it's great.
because I'm on the I want to learn thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm okay if it breaks because I want to figure out how it breaks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't learn the back roads if you're not willing to get lost.
Okay, right here it'll mess up because what I need to do is take this GameMap.event. This shouldn't be in here.
That's funny, Vino. You remind me of when I was a teen. My mom hated how much I was on the phone. And I was like one of those kids that would call the radio station and literally spend my life talking to radio jockeys and other friends around the area. And so she would try and take the phone away. She would unhook the phone and bring it with her to work. But like there was just, the house is like a hoarder house. So there was like boxes of stuff everywhere. And I was always able to Frankenstein a phone together when she was gone. And she would try to take that one too. And I'd always be able to piece another one together when she was gone. And she's like, how the hell are you getting all these phones? She could never keep me from the phone.
Okay, I don't think this is gonna work right here. / I don't think it'll matter though. It'll just try to update 500, and if 500 doesn't work, then it's like if 500 is defined, so it'll be like event 500. But if event 500 isn't on a map, whenever it calls GameMap.update, it'll be like can't data update for undefined, right? We'll get that. Maybe.
Hi, baby.
Maybe we just what? Because it's almost like we're aliasing the update function and saying when you update, also update this map, right?
Okay, come here.
So we're attaching onto the update
Your foot?
through like this alias.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Zariab saying stuff. Const game map scroll right
There we
equal
go.
game map dot prototype scroll right. Game map dot prototype scroll right equals function distance. If this dot underscore segment ready, game map scroll right dot apply this arguments. Bro, I don't even know what that's supposed to do. What is that going to do? Speak to me like I'm a baby.
Hi, Drifty, Drippy, Whippy. Do you have a dirty diaper, Drifty?
Yes, I just shat all over myself.
Let me change it with a butt.
That would be very pleasant. If GameMap.event, my unique event number. Oh, yeah. You're right. So you just say if it exists, then do it. And if it doesn't, freaking ignore it. Yeah. Gotcha, bro. No, right there. Yes. Okay. Right here. Now it won't do anything unless 500 exists. And if 500 exists, then update it. Yeah. But what we also need to do is call this when we know it'll exist. Right? Am I freaking? We have to go like right here. Boom, update it. Because we just redefined what that does. And we want it to happen right there. Did I do it right? Are you proud of me?
I'm always proud of you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. And Lily said yeah too. So.
Yeah. We're in your corner.
When I'm a father, I'm going to name my son Sephiroth. Why?
That's not very nice.
Why? He's going to grow up to hate 7 just because his name is Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Zariup says, I see an arrow function with a this inside. Doesn't seem right. It's probably not. Hold on. Okay,
If I
Zariup.
have a kid, I'll let them choose their own name at 16. Until then, they're just kid. 16? Like 25 maybe.
It's
16?
going-
They're gonna
it's
get
going
a
to-
crappy name.
Infinite recursion. Exciting.
Oh boy.
We are, it's like almost like we're aliasing. So we're aliasing update and adding something to it, aren't we? That's what you're doing here. We're just straight up showing aliasing. Well, that's not how I alias, really. The new function is also be assigned to the old function. I don't care. Let's try it. Let's fucking try it. Listen, yet last night I had to control delete stuff. Okay, argument's not defined. Right. I knew you were right, but you know, why not try it? All right, let me alias. I'm gonna say game map underscore
Say hi.
prototype
Say hi. Want to talk to everybody?
update equals this.
Yeah, you say
Boom.
something? Tell them what you're doing. What do you want to do today? What do you want
Boom.
to do
And then I
today?
can say game map
No?
dot prototype. Hi,
You want to distract
baby.
from Daddy's stream?
Update.
Yeah. Good
Wait, what am I
girl.
doing? Wait.
I'm teaching her well.
Equals.
Where you going?
Oh no! Wait. Hold on. I forgot what I'm doing.
Oh my god.
Game map dot prototype update.
Were you drawing pictures?
I don't see.
You did. What's your favorite color?
He's talking so much.
You know what Mommy's favorite color is?
No.
Purple. Can you say purple?
Wow.
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color?
I don't know what that color is, but it's gotta be.
It's hot. Red, yellow, or orange. What color do you like, Lily? What color do you like? You can't have your hand on your mouse when you talk. That's not how it works.
No.
No. What do you want to do, Baba? What do you want to do?
Something like this. No, is that is that a
That.
fucking gosh damn it.
that?
I can't remember. I'm so
What is that? You gonna go run off?
If you could learn a language in a second, which
bye-bye.
one would it be? English.
Yeah, probably the most useful. You want to come talk?
One of the most complicated and makes the least amount of sense unless you understand it.
Are you picking your nose? Yeah. You finding a
Hold
booger?
on. How did I do it? I was like, all right, game map underscore prototype that underscore blah 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 equals that, and then I can, then you call it right. You're like you say, game map dot prototype dot update. Yeah. Function. Is it function? Update. Gosh, I can't even remember anything for the life of me.
What do you want? What do you want?
Equals. Oh wait.
You want to draw a picture?
Jazz says German's a hard language, and she lives in Germany.
Let's draw a picture.
Game map.prototype.update equal function. Oh yeah. Function. First you alias, then you assign new functions. Yeah, but I forgot how to alias because I have the big brain moments. Then you learn English and question how it works. Pretty much. Equals function. I know you hold on. We also have to let, right? Let this thing equal that thing, and I call it the same because it's like helps me remember what the frick it's supposed to be. No, you forgot. Okay, first let's get. No, you forgot how to assign the new function. Line 1, 2, 3 is the alias. Okay, yeah, you're right. Because I'm saying I'm making a new variable that's equal to the entire function of this. And then I'm saying this function, it's something dot apply. You do this, and then you pass arguments, and then you can just put your own code in there. And it's a safe way to do it, so like it'll still do what it normally does, but it also does your thing that you want it to do, right? Like I could have my bad. I could have like aliased down here, but I was just like, no, let me just overwrite it and then just put my thing in there. Like it would have been better to alias that, right? Sure, it would. It would be much better if I would just alias right here instead of overwriting it, because I'm not changing anything. I want it to do what it's doing. I just want it to do something else. The scroll right thing I wrote earlier shows the typical structure just for another method. Okay, let's look at the structure scrolling up. Const game map underscore scroll right equals that. Right. Exclamation. If not this. Wait, what?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay, here's where you're doing it. You're like, apply this.
8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah, the underscore first so that you don't confuse it with something else.
3, 4, 5.
Okay, hold on. Since we're aliasing, we're not defining a new function. We're essentially aliasing. This shouldn't be up here.
Oh no!
Let me just cut this.
What are you doing? Look at the mess. Oh no! That's a big mess. That's a big mess. Oh my goodness.
Vino with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Vino. Appreciate that. Hashtag MZMMO channel on Discord. I will look at that for you. $2 for sure. We'll look at that. Multiplayer. That is not MZMMO. Okay, here it is. MZ Sakurai JS MySQL. Just work! Yes, Vino. You get it. Thank you. That's right. Here's the full code I made for something else, which basically is this. So do I need all of this if this is basically it?
Wait.
Original method, yada yada. To do handle loop. Hold on. What the fuck? Game map scroll right is blah blah blah. So this is aliasing here. You aliased the scroll right method of game map. Gotcha. And then scroll right, you're defining blah 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 this arguments. So you're just copying the thing in here. Otherwise, a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Great. Which is basically this, because all of that was the original method, and then you're just applying. Wait, this is the original method. So what's changing is you're adding this, right? And this is the original method. Else, oh no, wait. This whole thing is the original method. Else new code? I don't know. Man, I'm confused. So confused. All right. Well, I need to digest some stuff. We've done a lot, and I've learned a lot, and I've confused myself a lot. But at the same time, we're making steps in the right direction. Yeah, because in the Discord, you can actually just be like, boom, 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 code stuff here. You can be like, JavaScript, code stuff, blah, 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 right? And then you can, do that stuff. All right, this means I have to make dinner. Do you hear this? This means I have to go make dinner for the family. So we got to go.
We have to make dinner for the
Yes,
family.
we have to go make dinner. So
Fun
thank you guys so
fun
much.
Fun times, guys.
Very fun times. Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. I had a ton of fun today. Very, very insightful. Zaria, thank you for showing up and helping me learn stuff. And Janine, you've been monumental in helping things work. You did a really cool thing today that made me not have to use a plugin command. So that was fantastic. We kind of got to where we were and maybe even made a step forward, I believe. Yeah, Lily agrees. She said you made a step forward. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. The super chats are definitely adding up very much, and we'll be putting the totals and the people who super chatted inside the wall of heroes as we normally do. You guys are awesome. I love you very much. Please show up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing more stuff. We have some first impressions scheduled for the 26th, and we have a lot of people who we owe first impressions to, so as soon as their game is ready to show off, we will be showing that off. Lily's changing all the settings on my X-Ray Mini keyboard, so I'm sure that's going to be a problem I'll deal with tomorrow. It's okay, though. I don't care. She can do it. I'll just factory reset it. I read the manual while I was on the toilet, so it was fantastic. Good times. And with that, we will let you go. Have a fantastic day. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Super chatters, you guys are helping me pay the bills, and we really appreciate that. And
Yeah,
all
thank you guys.
all of you who show up to input your comments and everything, we really appreciate that. We love the engagement. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye. Come join us on Discord. Go down to the MZMMO coding channel, and this is where I'm going to continue my works tonight after dinner, and we'll see where we go. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. Sorry for subjecting you to the same song over and over and over and over again. I didn't even notice. I couldn't. Yeah, it's really, really low in my headphones, so I'm sorry. Is it really loud for you guys? I don't think so, right? It's pretty low. The volume should be very low on the music. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye.